And then there was one, the Barclays WSL, the sole trophy on offer for Emma Hayes' Chelsea after bidding farewell to the Champions League, the Conti and FA Cups. Tonight, no Lauren James, but a first league start for Millie Bright since November. One of 3 changes. Old Chelsea boss Matt Beard's looking to fulfil Liverpool's own ambitions, chasing fourth. They've lost just one of their last 4 at home against Chelsea in the league. Tonight, Hines hits 100, Bonner 150 for the Reds, one of the 3 changes. The chase on then for Liverpool and Chelsea. Liverpool whopping 13 points better off than last season, and they're breathing down Manchester United's necks. While at the top, Emma Hayes' side look to close the gap on the league leaders Manchester City. Just one goal of many they need.
Now enter the champions Chelsea, the ones that everyone else will be trying to topple this season. Taken down by Cuthbert. Oh, what a strike!
Charles find the right cross, and there's the chance. Oh, and there's the goal. Good pressure from Chelsea, and they find Lauren James as well. James! Oh, it's gone all the way
through. Looking up, 6 points behind, 2 games in hand, and facing up to the challenge in front of them. Kick-off at Prenton Park, 7 o'clock tonight for this one against Liverpool. Evening all. If we're honest, it's been squeaky for a little while now. This one tonight is about pressure, and these two have lived it in the shirts of Liverpool and Chelsea. Courtney Sweetman-Kirk, Karen Carney. Karen, when I say about pressure for Chelsea, having been knocked out of the Champions League, will it change their attitudes tonight in terms of, do you expect them to come out fighting?
Well, we can't deny that it's gone from 4 trophies to 1. Can't deny that it's been a real bad month, 4 to 6 weeks. And you have no choice now. This is the only thing that you've got left to fight for in your season, so you've got to step up. But I think tactics go out the window tonight. I think the biggest thing is your mentality. How do you bounce back? It's not easy travelling up to Liverpool distance. You're tired, you're fatigued, you're probably flat on your feet as it is. But if you want to win a WSL, you have to find something. And that's where the narrative of this story tonight is about the mentality. How bad do they really want it? And that's the big thing. Yeah, Courtney, Karen's right. It's been a stinking month for them.
Yeah, it has, and I think there's 2 ways that you maybe see it. How dangerous are Chelsea as a wounded animal, but actually you look at the other side of Liverpool, maybe that air of invincibility that Chelsea have had for so many years has disappeared a little bit, along with the fact that actually in recent years Liverpool have got a good record against Chelsea, and they've got their own things to be fighting for.
You really think it's gone? I
wouldn't say it's gone, but I mean, there's times where, you know, you play Chelsea, whether it's going to Kingsmeadow or them coming to you, and you're almost beaten before you've even got off the coach. So I wouldn't say it's gone, but when you're looking at that list of results, it's difficult not to see the fact that they've probably lost more games in a period of time than maybe, you know, seasons gone by. They're having a whole season. So, and that's probably testament to the WSL, how much more competitive it's getting, obviously the other competitions as well. But I think Liverpool should come into this with a lot of confidence.
It's easy enough to highlight who they haven't got, but to have Millie Bright back in this team, what does she give Chelsea?
That's the first person you're thinking, I desperately want on my team sheet for tonight off the back of the Champions League exit, because Millie Bright is your captain, she's your leader. And when I say about mentality, she's the one that will drive standards. She will make you stay in the game, but will also make sure and govern that everybody else is doing what they need to do. And what was quite interesting was the clip where she walked in with a smile on her face. She's going to have to bring some energy. She hasn't featured that much this season. She's going to have to bring that energy of, I've missed out on playing a lot. I've got to bring something different, because the rest, if I was in their shoes, I'd be on my feet a little bit. So I need other people's energy tonight to help me get through the game.
Does that energy come in the shape of Aggie Beaver-Jones? Was it last 2 starts, 2 goals in the league for her?
Yeah, it does. It's a bit of youthful enthusiasm, isn't it? But I think there's, you know, different perspectives to take from this. A player that has been waiting to play consistently in a Chelsea shirt, has been out on loan. I was at the game on the weekend. I was surprised she didn't come on a little bit earlier, to be honest. And when you need that pace and, as I say, that youthful enthusiasm to bring into a game, I think that's always good to have that difference in the squad of having Millie back, that experience, and then, you know, having that bit of fun and youth.
I think she runs in behind as well. I think you mentioned it. Maybe she should have come on. I know it's against Barcelona, the circumstances not bringing her on, maybe with the reasons for that, but she can stretch and run in behind. And I think, again, when you it's been a bad month, you need that bit of little brightness, and I think she brings that to Chelsea.
Yeah, little brightness.
Little brightness.
Yeah,
there you go.
a back and front as well. We had Aggie Beaver-Jones on 3 Players in a Podcast this week, and she was brilliant. Certainly determined to pull this team through. Right, coming up next, we'll talk all things Liverpool then. Matt Beard, although now a Red, of course, it used to be Matt Beard's Chelsea. Will he come back to haunt the Blues again and derail their title hopes?
As I say, she's definitely pushed boundaries. She's not frightened to say how she feels. So I think, obviously, she'll always be remembered for the trophies and what she's won, because that's in the record books now. But I think some of the other stuff about pushing boundaries for females in the game, and obviously trying to raise standards, not just at Chelsea Football Club, but also within the Women's Super League. So I think there's a lot she'll be remembered for.
Yeah, Matt Beard knows all too well the impact Emma Hayes has had on his old club and the WSL, but having won 3 of their 4 at home in the league against Chelsea, his current team have more than enough to upset the Blues again. The Liverpool boss has been speaking with Jules.
Matt, first of all, first match in quite some time. Are you ready for this against Chelsea? Because you kind of know what you're going to be facing as soon as the whistle's blown.
Yeah, 1 game in 4 weeks. It's been obviously a long time. We're ready. We're looking forward to the game. We're prepared. We've had a good opportunity to work on things for the game, so fingers crossed that can work in our advantage. But we know it's a tough test against a top side, and I guess a side that's hurting at the moment as well. So it's going to be an interesting game. What things have you been working on? Focus on ourselves, really, our build, being a bit more patient in the final third. Defensively making sure that we're difficult to break down, and also that we're aggressive on the front foot. So there's plenty of areas we've identified that where we feel we can hurt Chelsea. But when you play these types of sides, you've got to be consistent from the first whistle to the last whistle. It's going to be an intriguing night, isn't it? Because many observers are going to be wanting to see how Chelsea respond to the setback at the weekend in that Champions League defeat to Barcelona, but also a positive result for yourselves and your ambitions as well. There's a 4th place up for grabs. Yeah, I've just said that to the girls upstairs. I think if I look at this game and Manchester United, we need probably to get 4 points out of it as a minimum. I think that gives us a great chance of finishing 4th. Regardless of what goes on, we'll fight to the end. Once we finish off against Leicester, we want to get as many points as we can just to finish off what's been a good season for us.
It's been 12 long years. No, it seems like it's been a while that we keep asking the question, how do you break down Chelsea? So how do you break down Chelsea?
Well, I think starting Mia Enderby is probably a little bit of a clue to that in terms of absolutely electric pace. So that's going to be important. And we know that Chelsea flood bodies forward and almost do that in a way that normally you'd say, right, if you're playing, one wing back goes and everyone comes across on a rope. But Chelsea, they've got the ability to push both forward. So we know their spaces on the transition to hit them quickly, and also in the wide areas. And Herbinger, if you can get it into her centrally and then play it out to the other side, because then it's difficult for that fullback to get back quickly enough. So Liverpool have got to be really precise and really quick on transition, and I think they've got the ability, and I think you've seen that with the squad that they've put out, and they've got to be really brave in that wing back position as well. Push them on, don't go back into a 5, play 3 and really push those wing backs on. Don't go back into a 5. Is that the concern?
Well, I think I would have liked to Simon to be a bit more aggressive, but obviously he's respectful in that. But the reason why I said that was because I want them to be annoying. And the reason why I say that is, put yourself in the shoes of Chelsea. What do you not want to face today? I don't want someone tight, aggressive, front-footed, being like, it's about us, let's get on the front foot, let's be attacking-minded. Chelsea don't want to face that.
It's what Arsenal did to Chelsea earlier in the
That's what I mean, so that's what I was thinking, I thought maybe he'd go for it a little bit. And watching them against City, when they backed off into a 5, it actually sometimes didn't work for them. When they were a bit more front-footed, it did. I'm thinking, Chelsea they've come off the back of a horrendous month, they've travelled up to Liverpool, they don't want to face that. So give them everything that they don't want. So be annoying is what I would say. And that's not a tactical thing, and they're all absolutely spot on, but just get at them.
Just briefly, you mentioned Herbinger. I think he likened her to Farrah Williams, Matt Beard did. I mean, it's a huge compliment. What does she do tonight?
Well, she's got to get on the turn. So when she receives the ball, try and get on the front foot that she likes to do. And you see in terms of the passes into the opposition box and chances created. So she's got to keep doing that and more and provide those forward players with good quality.
All right. It's not all about Chelsea. Liverpool have been there and done it under Matt Beard when it comes to the title as well. He knows what it takes. But for Chelsea, 4 days on and now 4 games left. Can they take their European exit pain out on Liverpool? Hayes calls for a ruthless streak. That was the headline on the Chelsea website this week, with Manchester City 6 points and 7 goals to the good. Ruthless and perfect is what they need to be over the next 4 matches. City have 2 left, Arsenal to come and Aston Villa, but those 4 for Chelsea starting tonight. Ruthless and perfect is what Emma Hayes' Chelsea do. She's been speaking to Jules ahead of this one.
How is the team after that Champions League setback at the weekend? They came out, they looked relaxed here earlier on.
Yeah, I mean, we dealt with what we need to, and our focus is on tonight's game. We know it's going to be a tough game up here. It always is a tough game, playing Beardy's teams. But, yeah, we're ready to go.
Is it a disappointment? Is it difficult to deal with? Or is it just being out there, being ruthless as you want the team to be and just focus on scoring in front of goal to make up that goal difference?
Look, it's no secret we've had a ton of injury problems this year, and when you're competing on 4 fronts, sometimes it's that much harder. You know, we've lost 3 players from the weekend's game to injury, so it's difficult. But no, the rest of the squad have to be prepared to step in these moments. And you know, Aggie Beaver-Jones comes into the team. She's someone who's capable of getting goals for us, and you know, having Millie Bright back, I think, is a humongous help, just from a leadership perspective, to help navigate it for us.
Would you say that's something that has been lacking in her absence?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why we're developing leaders. When you lose players like Sam Kerr and Millie Bright, it's not about what they do on the pitch in terms of their play. You lose that, but you're losing leaders that, you know, can help organise and galvanise others. And no, I think it'd been great to have her back in training, and really noticed having her back in. So delighted.
She's been around the team, Millie Bright. When we were at Stamford Bridge when they played Arsenal and there was that long delay, she was out on the pitch, she was getting the players going. But what difference does it make having her in training, going in tough, dragging them along in that tunnel beforehand?
No, I think it is that grass contact, because she just drives standards in everything, and also she'll go through you in training as well, and that raises the tempo 5%, 10%, and then it kind of that's the competitive edge, and that competitive edge wins you things. So I think even like she's the first one in the gym. She's like pushing herself all the time, pushing. It's contagious. When you haven't got that, it's difficult. When you've got new players coming in as well, how do you set the culture when your culture person isn't available?
I feel you've been hurt previously. We might have longer to explore that a bit later. Whilst we're not all in therapy right now, it can't just be that for Chelsea, can it? I mean, they've got, 18 different goal scorers. Yes, Ramirez not there. Yes, Lauren James not there. But they've got enough talent, haven't they, to get those goals?
Yeah, they have, but it's still difficult. And then you look at it from the other side of Millie. I'll be on the same side as Kaz as well, being come through in training, know that one very well. But in terms of her distribution as well, from the back, I think is something, that massive diagonal ball. And it's a shame, I think, that Ramirez isn't playing, because I think Ramirez latching onto the end of that would definitely be something for Chelsea to exploit. But look, they've got to find a way. It's about mentality today. It's about who wants it more. And look, if they come out of this season without winning anything, it would be, one of the worst seasons for Chelsea. So they know that now they're backed against a wall, and how do they react?
Someone else you know well, and that Liverpool team, you've got Taylor Hines in there leading them out for 100th, with Liverpool 100th cap, Gemma Bonner in there too. They have leaders as well. Yeah,
look, and it's always important, and I think, Cass hit the nail on the head. It's one thing in terms of having the manager telling you to set the tone, but when players on the pitch, in training, around the training ground, set the tone, I think that's what players respond to more than anything. So, look, it's going to be a great battle today. I'm looking forward to watching it.
Do they have to avoid getting drawn into that battle, though, Chelsea? Having all you said about being bullied earlier.
You know what I was thinking in my head? Imagine if they didn't win the title. Imagine that, that for the squad, I'm thinking in my head, it's like unforgivable, really.
Inconceivable, isn't it, to think that how successful Chelsea have been over the years, that this potentially, they could end with nothing.
So they've got to win.
Yeah, got to win. Well, Liverpool have to do that too. We know so much about what it means for both these sides. And hearing that word, ruthless, Juliet Farrington spoke about it. Emma Hayes spoke about it. Ruthless? Well, that calls for a certain type of person in the commentary box, fresh from a marathon. It is Izzy Christensen alongside Gary Taphouse.
Caroline, thank you. Well, Chelsea know the score. Nothing less than a win will do if they want to keep pace with Manchester City. But they also know they failed to win here on their last 2 visits and were memorably beaten here last season despite taking an early lead. Matt Beard always relishes the battle against his old club and against Emma Hayes, the coach who succeeded him as Chelsea manager. The Blues have 4 games left, 3 of them away, the first of them here. We'll start with the teams. Matt Beard's side take to the field for just the 2nd time since the end of March. 3 changes to the side that beat Bristol City 1-0 11 days ago. Australian Tegan Micah keeps her place after the clean sheet at Ashton Gate. It's a switch to a back 5 with starts for Emma Koivisto and former Chelsea defender Gemma Bonner, her 150th Liverpool appearance. Austrian Marie-Therese Herbinger netted the winner at Ashton Gate. That was her 5th goal of the season. Norwegian Sophie Roman Haug is top scorer with 7 in all competitions. Kerry Holland also comes in. Missy Bo Kearns and Leanne Kiernan drop to the Reds bench. Lucy Parry is among those unavailable. Just 4 games left then as Chelsea manager for Emma Hayes. She wants 4 wins. Hannah Hampton has 6 clean sheets in 9 league appearances this season. There's 1 change at the back from the last league game, with Millie Bright making her first start since November in place of Kadisha Buchanan. Erin Cuthbert replaces Sophie Ingle in midfield. Fran Kirby has 8 goals in 10 appearances against Liverpool. There's a change in attack with Johanna Ritten-Kaneryd preferred to Maika Hamano. Lauren James hasn't travelled due to injury. Buchanan, Ingle and Hamano drop to the Blues bench. Well, delighted to have Izzy Christensen with us for this one. Who are you keeping an eye on today, Izzy?
Well, for Liverpool, their captain, Taylor Hines, at 25 years of age, captaining Liverpool Football Club. Seems to be getting better every season and making her 100th appearance for Liverpool this evening on the left-hand side of that back 5. She'll be looking to get forward. And of course, Gemma Bonner, who's been absolute seasoned WSL pro, 150th appearance for Liverpool this evening. The side certainly are better with her in it. And on Chelsea's side, the captain, Millie Bright, back in. Courtney and Karen were speaking in the studio about her qualities, and it goes without saying, those big diagonals and her leadership qualities at the back for Chelsea in the game where Chelsea are going to need to throw everything at this to get the points on the board.
The referee is Lisa Benn, and we are good to go here at Prenton Park. It is a chilly evening here as the players take the knee ahead of kick-off. The fight against all forms of discrimination in our sport continues. So for the last 3 seasons, the WSL title race has gone right to the last day, and it's looking highly likely it will do so again, unless, of course, there's a slip-up in the next 18 days. We've been saying for a while now that both Emma Hayes and Gareth Taylor will assume that their rival will win all of their games. Certainly Chelsea starting on the front foot here. It's an excellent bit of defending, as we've come to expect from the Liverpool captain, Taylor Hines.
Big early opportunity for Chelsea. Getting inside Liverpool's 18-yard box with ease. Nuskin getting on the end of it. I thought she could have actually hit the shot earlier.
Certainly wouldn't be a surprise, would it, is if it all comes down to goal difference or even goals scored, which is why Chelsea have really got to go for it. We saw them notch up some big wins towards the end of last season. This could do with one or two of those again. Emma Koivisto getting gingerly to her feet. Going into this game, City's goal difference is 7 better. Chelsea with the 2 games in hand to try and eradicate that. Of course, they won't get any favours from Liverpool, who won this fixture last season. They had the chance to overtake Manchester United. Right now, they're on course for their best WSL finish for 6 years. Been a really good season for Matt Beard and Liverpool. Jones dispossessed by Herbinger. Koivisto. Forward by Jenna Clark.
Yeah, quick start from both teams. Chelsea looking to go put pressure on Liverpool's backline very early. And getting pressure up to the ball. And to every single Chelsea player, they're being marked really tightly.
Yeah, that's as it stands, assuming this finishes in a draw. That won't do for Chelsea. Obviously, Manchester City do have a tricky game themselves at home to Arsenal, but they've got a good record in that fixture. Emma Hayes has already said she expects City to win all of their remaining games. Here's Erin Cuthbert. Carter trying to pick out Macario. Chelsea have it, and 4 players streaming forward, including Frank Kirby here. Niamh Charles goes all the way through to Lawrence. Macario, Cuthbert. Deflects through harmlessly to Tegan Micah.
Yeah, good intensity to Chelsea's forward play already. Ritinkana had nicking the ball off Taylor Hind, driving forward, finding Frank Kirby, who's big night tonight for Frank Kirby. Coming into that 10 role for Chelsea, we know exactly what she's capable of doing.
Yeah, she scored a hat-trick here, didn't she? 5 years ago now, 4-0 win. Chelsea would certainly take that tonight. Charles to Cuthbert.
Yeah, just watching Herbinger on Erin Cuthbert, knowing full well that Cuthbert is one of those players in this Chelsea team who makes them tick. She's just staying very, very close to her.
Eva Jones to Kirby. Eva Jones has continued her run. It was a good idea to try and find her. I'm sure you watched Emma Hayes' pre-match press conference like I did. Izzy, what do we make of what she said at the end of that press conference, where she said, we've got a small chance of winning the title?
Well, the league table as it stands, they do have a small chance. However, the 2 games in hand, one being tonight, we do expect Chelsea, with the reputation, to catch Manchester City up. I'm sure the Manchester City camp will be watching this game tonight. Interested, of course, in the result.
Whatever the circumstances might be, the fact is Chelsea have lost 3 of their last 5 in all competitions, which is extremely unusual. Having said that, since losing here on the opening day of last season, what was such a surprise, 3 defeats from 39 WSL games. Back it goes by Carter. No panicking there from Hannah Hampton, who's been terrific. Herbinger out wide for Koivisto. Clark. Little pocket of space there for Nagano to exploit. Cuthbert goes with her, and what a good tackle. Charles.
Brilliant from Cuthbert. They were under pressure there, Chelsea.
Might still be, as Bonner gets it forward and has a dig. When you are playing 5 at the back, one of them can always wander forward to supplement the attack.
Yeah, and it is normally Gemma Bonner who comes into that midfield and plays, but I didn't expect to see her on the edge of the 18-yard box firing a shot off. But this all comes from Nagano just being really creative down this side, forcing Chelsea into the mistakes. But good start from Liverpool.
Emma Hayes say to Jules before the game, it's always difficult coming here to face Matt Beard's team.
The interesting thing on that is Matt Beard has won the WSL title twice with Liverpool, so he actually knows what's going on inside Chelsea's camp at the moment, title chasing, which kind of makes his preparation for this game quite interesting.
Eva Jones. Terrific form recently. Eve Charles. Here is Millie Bright. Wide by Carter to Lawrence. Another play in the end by Nuskin.
Yeah, it's the second loose pass from Nuskin so far. She's had a terrific season.
That Beard there, he did say to us that he wanted his players to go out and really get at Chelsea early on. They've tried to do that, but it's easier said than done, of course. It's laid off by Macario, struck by Nuskin. Here's Charles. What a crowded penalty area that is. Cuthbert, Lawrence. Slid through to Macario. Deflection takes it into the side netting, behind for a corner.
Yeah, Liverpool's defensive shape's really good. They're getting players really tight inside the box, no turns. It's brilliant from Grace Fisk there, holding her off and forcing a corner.
So the first attacking set play of the game goes Chelsea's way. And the header's in! Oh, terrific start for Chelsea. Exactly what they wanted. And Aggie Beaver-Jones' terrific run of form continues. She's scoring for the 3rd WSL start in a row. She's into double figures for the season.
Absolutely incredible from Aggie Beaver-Jones. She just peels off. No one's tight. It's Jenna Clark who's the closest to it. It's a simple header. She just peels off, takes a few steps back, gets really good purchase on the header, guides it beyond Tegan Maker. And then the interesting thing is she's gone off and celebrated. Jess Carter's grabbed the ball out of the net. Chelsea are on for goal difference. They've got it in their minds.
So as it stands, Chelsea 3 points behind with the 1 game in hand. The goal difference down to 6. We saw Aggie Beaver-Jones score an early goal recently, didn't we, at West Ham? Totally different type of goal, this one. Liverpool will be bitterly disappointed to concede from a corner kick like that, but she wanted it more.
Incredible statistics from Aggie Beaver-Jones. 8 WSL goals this season, one of 18 different goal scorers in that Chelsea squad, which just goes to show the depth that they've got, even with the injuries that they've had this season. But Aggie Beaver-Jones, when she's come into the side, she's always performed, always contributed. Just goes to show what a terrific attitude she's got.
Yeah, she also scored in the 5-1 win over Liverpool earlier this season. Nuskin in behind here, chance! And hooked away from virtually on the goal line.
Should have scored.
Taylor Hines in the right place.
Should have scored. And I expected to score. Wonderful bit of play from Macario, dropping deep. 3rd player run from Nuskin. She does really well to get it into her path. It's a good save for Micah just to take the pace off the ball. Excellent covering from Taylor Hines.
Yeah, she had that wonderful purple patch of scoring, didn't she, recently, Nuskin? You expected that one to find the back of the net. It's a let-off for Liverpool just over a minute or so after they conceded. Now can they really rub it in as they come forward themselves down that left-hand side? It was a good run from young Mia Enderby. Carter with the defending.
Electric pace from Enderby, just evading Millie Bright, and then the covering challenge from Jess Carter gets her centre-back partner out of trouble.
This is the size of the task facing Liverpool as you look at this. The last 33 times they've scored first in a WSL game. 31 wins and 2 draws. Here is Beaver Jones trying to square it for Kirby.
It's a wonderful running behind from Maggie Beaver-Jones, and Fran Kirby recognises the space is down the middle. Maggie Beaver-Jones was trying to find Fran Kirby to her left. Didn't quite get enough on the pass.
If you're just looking at this season, by the way, Chelsea have scored first 14 times and won all 14. But of course, Chelsea fans in that away end, I'm sure some of them were here last season when they scored early, managed to lose the game. Just the start they wanted, though. Chelsea will be attacking that end in the second half. Fran Kirby always adds a touch of class, doesn't she? The Chelsea forward line, their all-time top scorer. Up by Clark.
That's just an example of Liverpool, the way they play out from the back. Gemma Bonner really comfortable coming into that midfield, adding numbers into that central area, trying to dominate, find the wing backs as a resort to get them out. They've been so effective for Liverpool this season, Koivisto and Taylor Hines when she's been available.
Lawrence for Chelsea. Jones is in there again. The flag does go up. It was well away anyway by Koivisto, who's tucking in.
Yeah, was that offside or was that a push from Maggie Beaver-Jones? She's got a little smile on her face. It's definitely offside there. Yeah, offside. There was a little push, but good covering from Koivisto nonetheless.
To remind yourself, she's still only 20. Someone you know well, of course, Izzy.
Yeah, she's
time at Everton.
Absolutely terrific person and player, and like I said, she's been exceptional for Chelsea this season, going into that environment, probably unsure, playing minutes, whether she'd play much, but my word, she's had an impact.
Nagano tried to smuggle that ball through, nearly did. Beaver-Jones, what a touch. Took Clark out of the game. That was absolutely terrific. Kirby's in the middle, so is Macario. For Liverpool, though, so was Bonner. Cleared straight to Charles. Cuthbert. There's a real determination about Chelsea here. Had a very good opening quarter of an hour. There we go, 12 touches in the Liverpool penalty area. Very dominant. by Enderby. Again, the right idea. Just haven't quite got it going in the final third yet, Liverpool.
Yeah, Roman Hogue hasn't had a touch of the ball yet. She's been very effective for Liverpool when they've played directly. She's won a lot of first contacts, flick-ons.
Striding through there. There's Enderby. Well seen, though, by Millie Bright.
Yeah, that's an example. When you do find Roman Hogue, the Liverpool striker, you can get players off her playing around, and Enderby just looking for that little slip ball into the space, the give and go. Nice idea. Good covering from Millie Bright.
Boyvisto. Irvinger lost out. Tackle again by Boyvisto on Kirby. Have been on a good run, though, Liverpool, as we mentioned, just one defeat in their last 7 league games. That was here against Manchester City. Well beaten in the end, 4-1 at the end of March. Forward by Nagano. What a good ball that is. Kerry Holland. Oh, Hampton read that really well.
Yeah, the first time Nagano's managed to get the ball into the midfield on the half turn. And Kerry Holland's the player that's advanced. Excellent ball out to her. Just failed to capitalise on the attack.
She found a fair bit of space there, though, didn't she? Kerry Holland. Riskin. All the way by Clark here. You could see exactly what the idea was there from Sophie Roman Haug, but that's where the execution was just lacking. Boyvisto. That's brilliantly done. Herbinger rolling it into Sophie Roman Haug again. I'm surprised she didn't turn and shoot herself there. Herbinger, Nagano. Kirby's won it back. She's up there with Macario. And Macario, it's deflected away off Bonner for a corner.
Oh, that is Chelsea in a nutshell. They suffocate you in possession. They make you think that you're in control of the ball. They nick it. Fran Kirby on this occasion driving forward. She released the ball at the right time, but this is brilliant defending from Gemma Bonner, showing it outside onto her weaker foot. Gets the contact on the ball, and then Tegan Micah there to clear up. Brilliant from Chelsea, though.
She's so reliable with her deliveries, Macario, that she's actually on corners here again. They scored from their first corner. Here's their second. Much more dominant this time, Liverpool, aerially. Lawrence. Macario. They've all stayed forward here. That's asking all the right questions. Lovely delivery.
Excellent delivery from Macario, like you say. Firstly, the corner, I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. And this second phase ball, really nice area, nice weight on the ball. Niamh Charles probably could have headed that back across goal.
Should have enjoyed that, Niamh Charles, former Liverpool player, of course. 60 times she wore the Liverpool kit. Provided a fair few assists for Courtney in the studio.
Tap in.
Yeah, absolutely. Goal hanger. Animated there, that beard. 3 years ago, he was on the wrong end of a 6-0 defeat in the League Cup final against Chelsea as Bristol City manager. He's had good days and bad days against his old club. Of course, he was the man that was in charge of their first ever WSL game 13 years ago. Here's Koivisto for Liverpool. Charles only too aware that she wants it on her right side. Good tackle from Nuskin. Herbinger did well there. Enderby. A chance maybe for Roman Haug. Well blocked, really well blocked. And here's Kirby.
Tell you what, that covering tackle from Ashley Lawrence was exceptional. She's come over from the right back position just to make that block on Roman Haug, but wonderful bit of play from Liverpool. Slick pass through. Big chance. I think Matt Bid's finally got the response he needed from his side that he was asking for moments earlier.
This is typical of Ashley Lawrence, isn't it?
Yeah, Chelsea are just a little bit loose. I love this little slip pass in by Enderby. She just comes across Marshalls, doesn't dive in, stays on her feet.
Fourth start in a row in all competitions for Lawrence. Midway through the first half here at Prenton Park. Chelsea with their noses in front. And a very big opportunity to score a second through Shoka Nuskin. They'll certainly want that second goal, mindful of what happened here at the start of last season. Going over, challenged by Koivisto, but no foul. She might need some attention here.
You know what? I actually think that's a good decision by the referee. Wait until we see a replay, but I think Cuthbert just runs into Koivisto as she tries to check back with the ball. I might say otherwise on the replay, but instinct tells me it was a good decision. Just watching it back now. Perhaps there was a bit of contact, give or take.
Certainly felt the full force of it, Erin Cuthbert. Charles with the throw for Chelsea. Another play by Nuskin. Pass by Clark. Michael certainly had to get rid of that very quickly. Herbinger. Herbinger once more. Such a creative force for Liverpool, but playing a bit deeper in this system. Now, Sophie Roman Haug trying to get it through to Koivisto, and Hannah Hampton with the smothering stop.
That's brilliant from Hannah Hampton, really well read. That was a big, big chance for Liverpool. It comes from Roman Haug dropping in again. And this pass through, I don't even know if she means it. I'll give her the credit because that is a fantastic pass. Koivisto just seconds away from making that and lifting it over Hampton.
I think initially it might have been for Enderby, but it worked out very nicely. It was really well won back by Ritten Kannerit for Chelsea. Here's Lawrence. That's a foul. Taylor Heinz. Lawrence again. Once again, it's Herbinger with the challenge. Here's Frank Kirby. Charles. Beaver Jones, scorer of the only goal of the night so far. Flick around the corner from Kirby. Not sure that's quite where she intended that to go. Cuthbert looking for Ritten Canarid, out by Hines for a corner.
What a pass that is from Erin Cuthbert, not easy. She's put a little bit of disguise on it to make Taylor Hines think that she's playing in front of her in square, and then she just puts a bit of shape on the ball and knocks it in behind. You're just watching it back here, just look at the disguise on this pass. She lifts it into the space and it's a fraction away of finding Ritten Canarid.
Chelsea were looking for a clincher at West Ham recently. It was Erin Cuthbert who slammed one in terrific style from a corner. And here is Chelsea's third corner. Again, it's Macario to take. Really bright near post. Didn't get the touch she wanted, and the break could be on for Liverpool here. It's Taylor Hines who's bursting through the middle. And she gets it, but no, Lawrence denies her. It was a great run forward initially from Enderby, but the pass disappointing. Nuskin.
That was an exceptional counter-attack from Liverpool, by the way, but even better was what Ashley Lawrence did. Instead of going to the ball, she dropped off, and that actually just stifled Taylor Hines' run, who'd beaten Erin Cuthbert, who was tracking her in a foot race. You just watch what Ashley Lawrence does here. She's tempted to go to the ball, she cuts the line off. Taylor Hines is winning the race. Ashley Lawrence just delays, and that forces the pass, and she wins the ball back. Exceptional defending from Lawrence.
And not for the first time tonight, as you said earlier, Izzy.
No, she's been good so far, and a player who took a while to settle into a Chelsea shirt, but she was a big player over both legs in the Champions League against Barcelona. She's proven it again tonight.
That was certainly a sore one, to put it mildly.
Yeah, straight in the face. A really painful one for Aggie Beever-Jones. I guess there's a message in that saying don't head the ball in the back of our net again.
Well, of course it is Aggie Beever-Jones who's netted the one and only goal of this first half. Worth another look, is he?
Yeah, it's just as simple. She starts on the keeper, drifts off, peels off, and it doesn't get any simpler than that. And from Liverpool's perspective, Jenna Clark is the closest player to her. She's no way near it in terms of making contact with it. And, you know, with Aggie Beever-Jones, you expect, you know, a bit of a classy cut inside and a shape across the keeper into the bottom corner, but she's just proven that, you know, what an asset she is to this team since she's come back from her loan spell at Everton.
3 goals in 5 appearances against Liverpool. Of course, played for Everton in the Merseyside derby last season. This is how she got booted in the face by Fuka Nagano. Well, more WSL action for you at the weekend. Everton against Tottenham is our offering on Saturday lunchtime, 5 to 12, Sky Sports Premier League. And then Chelsea back in action at home to Bristol City. They'll certainly hope to rack up the goals there in Emma Hayes' final home game against a team already relegated, Sunday at 6. Equally, as we know, when the team's already been relegated, the pressure's off. They can sometimes play with a bit of freedom.
Absolutely, and that's what's interesting about the remaining fixtures in this title race. And of course, Liverpool have got their own agenda tonight. They want to battle it out for 4th with Manchester United.
No way through for Ritten Canarid. Taylor Hines again gets it away. Nagano. Enderby.
I'm sure that's not many loose passes that Nagano's done this season, but Enderby's been a real threat so far for Liverpool. She's probably been the most likely to break those lines and run in behind of that Chelsea defence and ask the question.
So strong touch from Hannah Hampton. She's cleared her lines effectively up to Nuskin. Martin Cannerid challenged from behind. Liverpool keep possession.
It's like having an extra outfield player, having Hannah Hampton in the net, in goal for Chelsea. She's exceptional with her feet, a distribution, a body shape when she receives the ball. She's added a real extra dimension to this Chelsea side.
She actually made her WSL debut age 16. Forget that she's still young. Oh, well, the flag's up. The ball rolls into the net.
Yeah, this comes from Liverpool playing out. And if you just look at Macario and we look at Jenna Clark on the bottom right of the screen, that is tight, really tight. But Liverpool, the victims there, leaving themselves wide open, playing out from the back.
That was close. Correct, but close. Here's Beaver-Jones. Did well against Koivisto there. Charles Cuthbert. Bright. Penalised for handball here last season, gave away a penalty. All 3 goals in that game were from the penalty spot. Kadisha Buchanan also gave one away on her debut. Jess Carter to take the free kick. Here's Charles. Beaver-Jones. Straight against Koivisto, and against her we go. Poor Aggie Beaver-Jones in the wars here.
Pretty much the same again, but just with less force on the ball. Just the ricochet coming back at her. You can see what she's trying to do. She's trying to feed the ball into the space for Fran Kirby with the outside of her foot. Koivisto's got up and tight, which is definitely what Matt Beard's asked his team to do, get in their faces, quite literally.
First one in the mouth, second one in the nose, which is bleeding. She's certainly been at the heart of everything as far as this game's concerned.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking to myself, the way that she's playing, she can't be far off a senior England call-up, Aggie Beaver-Jones. She's shown that consistency in her game, the maturity, the goals. You know, I've seen such a progression from what I've seen this season to when I played with her last season at Everton. The cleanness on the ball, really tidy out of possession, in possession, knows her role. She's surely got to be knocking on the door soon.
Yeah, 16 caps for the under-23s. Just have to stem the flow of blood. May need another jersey. Well, 10 minutes left of normal time in this first half. Chelsea certainly haven't been prolific recently. They've only scored 5 in their last 5, all competitions. 1 here, they certainly would like more than 1.
Another loose pass from Nagano again, didn't expect to be seeing that, and whilst Aggie Beaver-Jones is off getting treatment, Liverpool have got to use the opportunity, the extra player, to capitalise, but been really poor in possession so far.
Macario, forward it goes by Nuskin, back by Kirby, out by Charles. That's good pressure from Liverpool. from Enderby in particular. Kirby. Bright. Macario. Carter. Roman Howell lurking with intent. Here's Lawrence. Beaver Jones now back pitch side, waiting to come back on. Liverpool coming forward. And the shot is by Kerry Holland. Not a problem for Hannah Hampton in the end.
Yeah, it's the right decision, but unfortunately it falls to a player who's got an absolute wand of a left foot, and it falls onto her right foot. She's just moving away from the ball as she strikes it. Certainly nowhere near enough power to trouble Hannah Hampton. That was the moment for Liverpool to capitalise.
She's still waiting to be waved back on. Nuskin. Away it goes by Bonner. Beaver Jones now back on. She can take up a position on the left, which Kirby had just filled in for the time being. Here's Bright. Charles. By Cuthbert. Still full of belief here, Liverpool. While it remains 1-0, they're still very much in this game.
Brilliant from Chelsea. Just taking the enthusiasm out of Liverpool's press with the possession. They eventually win it back with a throw in here, but really clean from Chelsea.
It certainly hasn't been all Chelsea, has it, as those stats show.
Yeah, Chelsea have allowed Liverpool to build from the back, and that is a feature of what Chelsea do. They let you think that you're in control, and then they jump at the moments, they win it back, and they play direct.
Really well won back by Fisk. Not for long. Again, good pressing from Liverpool.
Brilliant from Herbinger. Just improvisation. It's been a little bit scrappy, hasn't it, at times? I would actually say either team has failed to really control the ball in that centre of the park. Put some string of passes together.
Macario. Really well seen again by Jenna Clark. Needed to be as well. Beaver Jones lurking with intent. Millie Bright. On by Beaver Jones. And again for Macario. Her return from 20 months out with an ACL, certainly one of the stories of this season. Coming on to make her Chelsea debut and scoring in that game. We've covered live on Sky.
What a touch that is from Enderby. Disguise on the touch. She takes the ball on the move away from Jess Carter. She's been the brightest spark for Liverpool in this first half.
Carter cautioned for that.
This is a chance for Liverpool to load the box. They're sending up the big centre-backs, Grace Fisk, Gemma Bonner, Jenna Clark getting amongst it.
They certainly haven't had many attacking set pieces, Liverpool, but a chance to get it forward here. Bright with the header, and then Roman Howell volleys wide.
You know what, that's a massive chance for Liverpool, massive, because the delivery from Herbinger has so much pace on it, it causes a problem. the second phase, and your striker, your top goal scorer this season, just completely miscues it.
Yeah, 7 goals in all competitions this season. 5 in the league, but none in the last 3. Eva Jones. 1-2 with the defender in the end, and again, as it is, Herbinger brings it away. Roman Haug with Enderby ahead of her. Millie Bright with the challenge, and then Roman Haug strikes, but the flag is up.
They're so close to finding that connection in the final third, Liverpool. So close, and it's coming from that player there, Enderby. Kerry Holland combining with Roman Haug. That's tight, isn't it? Tight, but it's this second phase. It falls to her, but she's offside anyway.
They're starting to link up pretty well, those two now, Enderby and Roman Haug. That could spell danger for Chelsea. Hines, Bright, well positioned. Lawrence. Out of play by Bonner.
Yeah, they're growing into this now, Liverpool, at the wrong time. Half-time is approaching. Chelsea is starting to look a little bit vulnerable in the middle. Ball's turning over far too easily. This is where the contrasting styles of the two title challengers, Manchester City and Chelsea. You would expect Manchester City in this situation to have much more control of the ball.
Kirby.
She looks a bit frustrated there, Fran Kirby. Needed an option inside underneath the ball.
It has been a frustrating half at times for Chelsea. Roman Haug. Enderby. And Hannah Hampton very happy to palm that away.
Yeah, Erin Cuthbert just holding a hand up to apologise to her goalkeeper. That come from her, who lost possession uncharacteristically, causing Liverpool to have that cross.
Chipped by Hampton, but that's straight to Koivisto. And she goes for it as well on the left side. Well, Hannah Hampton breathes an almighty sigh of relief there.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many more invitations Liverpool need to put the ball in the back of the net, but this has just come from brilliant play, jumping the wing-back Koivisto, but again just fails to get any purchase on the ball that's going to trouble Hannah Hampton. But it's come from Liverpool's press.
Forward by Neve Charles. Eva Jones. She kept that in very impressively and got the better of Koivisto. Pulled back for Cuthbert. In by Charles. That's a lovely teasing delivery. That's typical of Neve Charles, isn't it? Just a delicious ball to the far post.
Yeah,
and Micah very happy to have it.
Yeah, delightful from Neve Charles on her left foot. The way that she sort of guides that ball into that area that asks a massive question to the Liverpool goalkeeper and Taylor Hines to say who's coming for this, and it almost caused the confusion she was asking for.
Oh, there's certainly a problem here for Emma Koivisto, and it does look like the knee, doesn't it? It's coming together with Eva Jones. And there's that lovely ball, Lizzie, coming up here.
Yeah, she just takes the weight off it and feeds it into that area at the back post.
Well, you saw 5 minutes of stoppage time signalled, but of course we haven't played any of stoppage time yet because of this concern over Koivisto, the Finnish international. She looks in a lot of discomfort there.
Yeah, really hoping that is not serious. It looked like a bit of an unorthodox challenge on Aggie Beever-Jones. Both players were running at speed. Aggie Beever-Jones did really well to keep the ball in play.
Very much in the news, knee injuries, aren't they? We found out yesterday that a new 3-year project's been launched researching ACL injury prevention in the WSL in conjunction with the PFA and Leeds Beckett University, among others. Over half the WSL clubs have agreed to take part in that. And hopefully that'll provide us with some very, very important findings, because it's happening too often.
Yeah, that was terrific news yesterday. Yeah, congratulations to everyone at FIFA Pro for getting that over the line and doing some, well, what's going to be some integral research into the future of the game. Sure, there was a lot of work involved in forming that project.
Well, that's promising, isn't it? Back to her feet, walking off the pitch. You just never know what damage you've done, do you, straight away?
Oh, it's good to see her moving. Confidence to hop around. Kerry Holland's come over to fill the position that Koi Visto was in, right back / wing back, probably just until she comes back on or until the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, I don't think it would be advisable to take any risks with a knee injury, and we do think there is going to be a change. Charles certainly looking to exploit that space, but overhit this time. So Jana Daniels, with great experience, ready to come on. In a position where they were playing Lucy Parry, she's unavailable, and now Koi Visto having to go off. It's the Belgian forward Daniels who's coming on. Will she take up that position?
Yeah, it looks like she's taken up the role that Koi Visto was playing. Kerry Holland's gone back into sort of inside midfield hybrid winger role that she plays.
Been on the fringes of things, really. Daniels starts in the WSL since the end of January. She's going to get over half the game here and straight into the action with that cross. Herbinger trying to weave through, and the shot is by Hines. Return and shot, and deflected behind for a corner.
Yeah, it was really smooth from Taylor Hines. The second ball picked up by Herbinger. She just drives into the box, causes the problem. Taylor Hines does really well to shift the ball onto her left foot. Lovely little touch around Ashley Lawrence, and I think it's Lawrence that does really well to get a bit of a deflection on that and guide it away.
Well, Liverpool have scored 27 league goals this season, but only 4 of them have come from set plays. They do have a terrific technician in Herbinger, who will take this. Liverpool's first corner. Hampton punches it away, and Macario volleys it away with interest. It's brilliant from Nagano to keep it going. Free kick is given as well.
Yeah, Nagano did really well there, because Ritten Carnarid was on her back, sprinting after that second ball. She made the right decision to go for it straight away and not delay the contact with the ball. Just see here the two. It's excellent from Nagano, just winning that first contact, getting the contact from Carnarid and winning a free kick. Yeah, she comes down her heels, doesn't she?
That's painful.
So important though off set pieces. When the ball's cleared, if you can win that second contact and just sustain the attack.
Another set play for Chelsea to defend. Bright wins the first contact. Bonner got that all wrong in the end.
Yeah, probably expected Bonner just to maybe take a touch. She's got terrific awareness. She perhaps could have guided the ball back into the chaos zone inside the 6-yard box.
Most of her time at Chelsea was under Matt Beard, but she did play for 6 months under Emma Hayes. Chelsea's changed a lot since then. Cuthbert. Eddie Bright decided not to use the goalkeeper. Just had one or two anxious moments, Chelsea. And Macario considered the free kick, presumably for a foul on Bonner. I think she thought that was a good turn.
Yeah, I think she possibly handballed it as she controlled it. She took the ball, she took the ball pretty well actually, but then used her hand just to guide the ball away from Bonner. She's been really clean and tidy on the ball tonight, Macario.
Well, this will probably be the last attack of the half. What a lovely ball in that was.
Yeah, that's something they're targeting. Liverpool with Herbinger putting a lot of pace on those deliveries, perhaps in hope that the first contact is going to cause a problem, and the second contact they can capitalise on. It certainly caused a problem for Chelsea.
Well, that's half-time. Chelsea have their noses in front. They scored early from a corner through Aggie Beever-Jones. But the second goal hasn't come. They had a really good opportunity. Just a minute later, Sjoeke Nusken not able to finish it off. And Liverpool have grown into this game. And that'll be a worry for Chelsea fans watching this. Half-time at Prenton Park. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 1.
Chelsea then a goal up at Liverpool as they attempt to play catch-up in the WSL title race. Courtney Sweetman-Kirk, Karen Carney here. Karen, let's have a little look at the goal then. We praised Aggie Beever-Jones before it, and this is all about her intent.
I mean, I didn't think it would be from a corner and a header for Aggie Beever-Jones. I think she was bright, getting 1v1s, but look, you highlighted her there. She just steps back. No one really picks her up. It just lands on it. It's a good contact with the ball. The delivery, it's not like fizzed in. Millie Bright makes the run. It doesn't really take anyone away. The bottom line is Aggie Beever-Jones is here in the 6-yard line. She's unopposed and she's got a free head. And I'm not saying it's a great goal, but it's really poor defending from Liverpool that she can have that time and space and that free head. But nevertheless, it was a bright start from them.
Poor defending, or the one word?
Woeful.
Woeful defending. That's what she said at half-time. Let's talk about the positives then for Liverpool. And again, this from a corner, but a Chelsea corner.
Yeah, it is. And I said about being precise on your counter-attacks, and it starts with Taylor Hines and Mia Enderby, and Mia does really well. I like this big touch here because she's got the pace to get onto it, puts a bit of indecision in Lawrence's mind. I thought there when she gets half a yard she might shoot, she doesn't. And when you see it from this different angle, I'm just asking if Taylor can do something a little bit different. Mia does ever so well, and in terms of on the back shoulder, Taylor, and you just see here, if she can just go the other angle and just create a little bit of space, because Mia as well, she's got the confidence to go 1v1 with Ashley Lawrence if you create the space, but I just think that run wasn't the right decision in the end. But this started a flurry of chances for Liverpool. And I think, you know, again, that one just towards goal, it's got to be on target. It's as simple as that. But they were tenacious, winning it back and getting shots on target. This is a good cross again from Mia Enderby. Can't quite get on the end of it. But in terms of pressing from the front as well, with intent and making sure that they're forcing into mistakes. Another shot from range doesn't really trouble Hannah Hampton, but I think this is the one for me. when it comes back down to Taylor, does extremely well. She drops the shoulder, turns on a favoured left foot, and it's a deflection. Could have took it anywhere, and luckily from a Chelsea perspective, it was past the post.
Yeah, you say lucky. Chelsea with a goal to the good, but Liverpool very much in this one, particularly after the 20th minute. If you do look at Chelsea's record this season, though, they are the only team yet to lose a point when scoring first. Will Liverpool make their own point next? Karen, if Chelsea are to build on this for Sunday, then they need to score a few more goals in the second half. Is this Liverpool being annoying to them, like you asked?
Well, no, I think these are the match stats from the first half, where Chelsea, the first 20 minutes, I think were dominant in control. And I said at the start of the show, Chelsea don't want to face energy, people around their ankles, front-footed, are pressing. And the last part of the game, the other part of this match stats now, which see the 20 to 45, look at the difference, how much Liverpool were that, and look at the difference that's made in shots and touches in the opposition box. Liverpool are very much in this game. It's only 1-0 and they're growing into it. If they can go for it a little bit more, they're very much in this, and they could be the party spoilers. And I've been impressed. That last bit, I thought they played really well.
Any concern for Chelsea coming up in this second half? We're about to see whether they can ride the wave right through to the end. Let's head back to your commentary team for this one then. Izzy Christensen alongside Gary Taphouse.
Yes, thank you, Caroline. Of course, Chelsea lost 4-1 at Arsenal in December. Since then, they've won all 4 away games without conceding. 9 clean sheets in their last 11 WSL away games. So first and foremost, it's winning the game that's crucial. And they take 1-0, but with the goal difference, they really do want to put a few more in the net. There's the one player who has scored tonight, Aggie Beever-Jones. A couple of balls to the face as well, for good measure. But Liverpool have impressed, particularly in the second part of that first half, Izzy. Chelsea without a shot since the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, brilliant response from Liverpool. It took them a while to respond after conceding that early goal from Aggie Beever-Jones, but half-time came at the wrong time for Liverpool. They were finding their rhythm, their groove, and they were really starting to get on top of Chelsea, who were trying to play out from the back. And like Karen said excellently in the studio, Chelsea do not want a lot of pressure on them, especially when they're trying to play out from the back. And Liverpool have got to throw the kitchen sink at them right now and really test them. The game has lacked a little bit of quality in that middle third. We'll see how both teams react in the second half.
Well, it started pouring during the half-time interval. The wind has got up as well. It doesn't feel like the 1st of May, I've got to be honest. But Matt Beard's side still very much in this contest, making life very difficult for Emma Hayes and Chelsea here. Second Chelsea goal would certainly ease those Blues' nerves. Liverpool get the ball rolling in the second half. Trailing 1-0, they'll be disappointed in the manner of the Chelsea goal, but they've really caused problems, and straight away Kerry Holland with a superb ball in, and Herbinger stretched. A swing and a miss from the Austrian. That's some real intent from Liverpool right at the start of the half.
I mean, as basic as you get, but as effective as you get, with Roman Hogue with the flick on, Kerry Holland putting a brilliant ball in. The first touch from Herbinger lets her down, but that was a huge chance for Liverpool to get themselves back into this game. Chelsea caught sleeping as they came out for the second half.
Well, they've certainly created some chances in this game already, Liverpool. Not able to take any of them so far. His side have come from behind to win once this season. That was at Manchester United in December. 1-0 down, won that by 2-1.
That was the face of a manager whose team is doing exactly what he said at half-time.
Here's Lawrence. Given away to Fisk.
Fisk had a little look then. They had the numbers up on Chelsea's back line. Kerry Holland, Mia Enderby were both stretching the play.
Lawrence has done well there. Ritten Canarid. A little bit sloppy at the back from Liverpool. A bit panicky. Ritten Canarid again. Probably the wrong ball. Nuskin have made a terrific run forward. Now Nagano for Liverpool. Enderby, lovely touch away from Millie Bright. Herbinger in the middle. Roman Haug as well. Still Enderby. Away by the backtracking Macario.
Enderby has been such a threat all evening. That first touch again away from Millie Bright, just seen it there into the space. Excellent, and then she's got the confidence to go at her 1v1. Fizzes a really decent ball in. Really positive start from Liverpool.
Real live wire, isn't she, Enderby? Only 18. 9 goals for Sheffield United last season. Not as many as Courtney, but very impressive nonetheless.
No, but we said Courtney's were tap-ins. Do they count? Of course they do.
I'll let you deal with her later. Here's Holland. On it goes. Fisk, having got the ball in the face, stayed upfield and almost set Liverpool on their way. Properly poleaxed there.
It's happened a lot this evening.
You can see so consistent this season for Liverpool. Got a consistent record against Chelsea as well. 10 defeats out of 10 in her career. Hoping that doesn't continue tonight. She is.
Yeah, Liverpool look much more like they've got a really clear plan on how they're going to exploit Chelsea.
Here's Bright. Carter to Lawrence. Nuskin. Just couldn't get it past Gemma Bonner. Hines. Oh, that's millimetre perfect, isn't it? Enderby just couldn't keep it going out to Holland. And then a slip by Nuskin as she was trying to feed it through.
By her high standards, Nuskin. That was another poor pass.
Carter doing very well there, and the corner has been given.
There's been some really good defensive positioning from Gemma Bonner, just putting the danger away. Chelsea are trying to enter into the box, and they're just doing a really good job, Liverpool, of getting up the pitch, exploiting Chelsea. Getting another set piece.
Well, it's all about the goal difference, isn't it, Izzy? If both managers assume that City and Chelsea are going to win every game, Chelsea have got to get that goal difference up. Only scored 1 goal so far here, and Liverpool have the corner. Oh, it's in the net! There's the equaliser! Well, both goals have come from corner kicks at that end of the pitch. Chelsea will be devastated. They've only conceded 3 set-piece goals all season in the WSL, and only 2 from corners. But in a crucial game, they've conceded 1 here.
It was coming. It really was coming. The way that Liverpool have started this second half, but just look at this delivery in from Herbinger. The pace and the direction on the ball. And it's their top goal scorer, Roman Haug, that just peels off the back. I think it's Aggie Beaver-Jones, Chelsea's goal scorer. She does exactly what Aggie Beaver-Jones did in the first half, peels off, nods it away with power past Hannah Hampton. I think it might have taken a little deflection, but nonetheless, exactly what Liverpool deserved.
After 3 games without a goal, Sophie Roman-Haug on target, the Norwegian, with a big goal celebrated here at Prenton Park, and even louder celebrations in the blue half of Manchester. Because the gap, as it stands, is 5, with Chelsea just 1 game in hand. We're about to see exactly what this Chelsea team are made of.
Just having a look over at Chelsea's bench, and there is an immediate response. Amano and Sophie Ingle, it looks like. Emma Hayes has to respond. This could be a huge point in the title race. Let's see what Chelsea are made of. Don't doubt them one bit, but this is a massive challenge for them now.
Hollins. I have to say, on the balance of play, Liverpool thoroughly deserved that.
The game's opened up, and it's just making these spaces for Liverpool. And they're just exploiting it way better than they did in the first half.
Macario battling. Chelsea will need to battle. Well, that's very revealing, isn't it? We said early on how few touches in the opposition box Liverpool had, but 9 of the last 10 have been from Liverpool in the Chelsea penalty area. Here's Macario for Chelsea. Nusken trying to pick out Kirby. Walloped away by Herbinger. Macario. He wants it on that right side, and in doing so allowed Liverpool to close her down. Brilliant from Niamh Charles. Quality. Kirby. Offside.
I've got a feeling this could get into a very long 30-40 minutes or so for Liverpool. Just Kirby drifting offside there, but this is what Chelsea do. They suffocate you. Again, it's really tight. Just interesting to see who Emma Hayes makes these changes for. I'm just wondering whether Nusken might be pushed further forward and Frank Kirby might exit the pitch. Possibly Cuthbert. Tired legs. Given those Champions League semi-final, both legs were, thought Chelsea were physically exceptional in both legs. It would have taken its toll on them, and of course with the trip up to Liverpool yesterday, presumably.
Yeah, they had 1 day off, didn't they? The Chelsea players then back in to prepare for this. Tegan Micah getting some treatment here. 10 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, just whether that is pre-planned or not, I'll let everyone figure that out for themselves, but this just gives Liverpool an opportunity just to take a bit of that enthusiasm away from Chelsea that they were starting to gather. These couple of changes now give Matt Beard the chance to have a little word with his players, make adjustments if needed.
Well, Chelsea have the opportunity here to bring on someone with a lot of class and experience in Sophie Ingle, a former Liverpool player, of course. But before that, they're going to bring on one of their teenagers, Maika Hamano, the Japanese forward. Scored against Villa a couple of weeks ago. And Sophie Ingle, who played 56 times for the Reds, left to rejoin Chelsea in 2018. Has been there ever since.
Yeah, Nusken going off as well. She's definitely not looked herself at all tonight. And do you get that almost like-for-like replacement in terms of quality with Sophie Ingle coming into the team?
Offside Hamano, sorry, Izzy.
This is where Chelsea, you know, they can't get desperate. They've got to stay really level-headed and grounded and not be forced into silly mistakes.
Well, the word relentless has been used a lot. Patience is another one. Flicked on by Roman Haug. Here's Enderby. Is she offside there? The flag stays down. And the cross is onto the roof of the net.
She's been so good tonight, Mia Enderby, working really well with Roman Haug, just working off the flick on. She's not offside there. Jess Carter and Ashley Lawrence are both deep. The poor quality on the ball, but let her off, she's been fantastic.
She's starting consecutive WSL games for the first time. I do feel that she's only going to get better and better. Cuthbert. Referee is giving the free kick Chelsea's way.
This is what Liverpool have done in abundance at the end of the first half and second half. So they've got right in Chelsea's faces. They're not liking it.
14 wins from their last 16 WSL games, Chelsea. Work to do to win this one. Forward by Ingle to Cuthbert. Headed out of play by Bonner. Lawrence. Ingle. Forward by Bright. Down the line by Charles. Nagano is the target.
It's a big ask for Liverpool, this, because they're sitting with their back five, with their wing backs joining the attack when they break, but they're leaving Roman Haug and Enderby up on Millie Bright and Jess Carter.
Another offside. Big half an hour coming up for Emma Hayes here. She's experienced defeat against Liverpool 4 times as a manager, including here last season. Referee stopping the game because Cuthbert's down again. This time it was a head injury.
Again, Liverpool just looking for Roman Haug with that flick on. She's won so many of them during the course of the season. She's really grown into this game, formed a really nice partnership in game with Mia Enderby, and it's causing Millie Bright and Jess Carter massive problems. And it's interesting because Millie Bright just coming back into the team. You know, Matt Beard's message to his forwards must have been, test her. Let's see, you know, see whether she's ready or not, because Chelsea have called on their leader to come back into the side, ask the questions, and they certainly have done that, especially in the second half.
2/3 of the game gone. This is what happened to Erin Cuthbert. Didn't even flinch. But you've been talking about her aerial prowess, Izzy, and this tells you all you need to know. Look at how far ahead she is.
No, that's incredible, and that just gives you a snapshot of the way that Liverpool play. They do look to play out from the back, but they are really not afraid at all to go long. And I think bringing Tegan Micah into the side, Rachel Laws has played predominantly throughout the season. She's now injured. Tegan Micah comes in, and I actually think Tegan Micah's distribution is brilliant. And she's found Roman Haug a lot this evening, and it's causing Chelsea all sorts of problems.
Carrier just took her eye off the ball there. Cuthbert back on in the pouring rain. Certainly gloomy in more ways than one for Chelsea at the moment. And it could well be that it's the subs that make the difference for the Blues. Lawrence. Launched off Beaver Jones. It's frenetic, it really is. Possession being squandered cheaply by both sides. Holland. Enderby couldn't get the better of Millie Bright. Robin Howe going in with Lawrence. And again, Enderby bursting through! Pushed away brilliantly by the goalkeeper. Hannah Hampton to the rescue for Chelsea.
Liverpool are causing all sorts of problems right now. Chelsea just cannot get a grip of the ball.
At the other end, they're coming forward here. Chelsea, Ritten Canarid to Beaver Jones. That's looping, goalkeeper punches. It's Cuthbert in goal. Beaver Jones, Ritten Canarid. Good defending from Hines. And there's the pace of Enderby against Bright again. Bright did well on this occasion. And Carter as well.
That's exactly what they're looking for, Liverpool. Every single time, Enderby in beyond Bright. Especially now with the rain coming down, the pitch is getting really wet, the ball skidding off, anything can happen.
Ritten Canarid. Oh, what a superb ball in. Macario trying to turn, trying to shoot. It's a terrific block. That's exactly the sort of position she loves. Oh my goodness, it's like a basketball game, this. Enderby just beaten to it by Bright. I don't know if this is the sort of game that Chelsea want. Here's Enderby. She might go for it again. Carter stretches and gets it away.
This is a massive problem for Chelsea right now. Their title is hanging right in the balance because Enderby staying up on Millie Bright and she's got the better of it all night. And this is where the ball breaks down for Chelsea inside the box. Macario looks to turn. The tackle from Jenna Clark's brilliant. They managed to clear the ball. And just look at Millie Bright in the top of the screen. Enderby just feeding it into that space. It's so obvious where the ball's going to go.
Well, Liverpool win the corner. Roman Howe causing problems again.
This save from Hampton. It's quite a comfortable save. Positioning's excellent. There's not enough angle on the shot really to cause a huge issue, but she does really well, Hannah Hampton, to guide the ball away from danger.
Well, Liverpool scored from their last corner. Here comes the latest one from Herbinger. Oh, they've done it again! That could be an enormous goal in the WSL title race. Can you believe it? The near post header finding the bottom corner, and just like last season, Liverpool have come from behind to lead.
Wow, wow, wow. On her 150th appearance, Gemma Bonner. She's been doing that for years in the WSL, but it's all of the quality. We actually don't know if it actually comes off Gemma Bonner, but she's the one celebrating. Let's have a little look. Has it come off Sophie Ingle? Perhaps. It's come off Erin Cuthbert and it's gone into the far corner beyond Hannah Hampton. That is a massive goal in this title race and Chelsea's pursuit.
Well, incredible. Chelsea had conceded just 2 goals from corners all season in the WSL. They come here to Prenton Park and they concede 2 from corners in the space of a quarter of an hour. Advantage Manchester City.
Gemma Bonner ran off like she'd scored it, and rightly so, because the set piece was exceptional again. The pace on the delivery just causes the problem.
Millie Bright's return is over, replaced by Natalie Bjorn, and on comes Eve Perisset as well, replacing Lawrence at right back. Ritten Canarid has been replaced by Guro Wrighton. There's nothing more that Emma Hayes can do. It's up to the players on the pitch now to save their title challenge. Ingle. Beaver Jones, can she sort her feet out here? Oh, it's loose and Macario lets fly. Well, you can expect a Chelsea siege now in the final quarter of the game.
Yeah, the cavalry's come on now for Chelsea. Really little inch-cut play. The ball just fizzles. What a touch that is from Guru Wrighton. It takes a deflection. Macario. It's Jenna Clark with the initial.
Macario with Chelsea's fourth corner. That's amazing, isn't it? Last season, all 3 goals were from the penalty spot, and this season, all 3 goals from corner kicks.
Yeah, the deliveries this evening have been absolutely brilliant. This one in here from Macario. So inviting. Chelsea got all the players at the near post, no one following in at the back.
Well, Matt Beard will be absolutely delighted with the response. After going a goal down, Chelsea dominating the first 20 minutes. But that own goal from Erin Cuthbert has given Chelsea a massive, massive problem.
I'll be having words with Gemma Bonner after for fooling me into that. The celebration was exceptional, but it's all from the delivery from Herbinger.
Sophie Ingle, Macario, Amano, too deep. Wrighton to retrieve. Yana Daniels using all her experience there to usher that one out of play. Matt Beard has seen Emma Hayes make 5 changes. He's going to prepare a couple of his own. Charles gets the ball in. It's awkward. Hermano trying to make something happen. It's loose. Cuthbert's trying to score at the right end.
Bonner again in the way. Centre back, putting a body on the line. It was a brilliant strike from Cuthbert.
Macario. Well, they had a shaky start defensively, Liverpool, but midway through the first half onwards, they have defended beautifully. Leanne Kiernan replacing young Mia Enderby here, and she'll get a standing ovation for her fantastic contribution this evening. I think she's been absolutely terrific.
Yeah, the crowd, rightly so, up on their feet, applauding what has been exceptional performance from the young forward.
Jazz Matthews also coming on. Taylor Hines making way.
Jazz Matthews coming into that left wing back role. Taylor Hines was in, and Leanne Kiernan will bring, similar to what Enderby's brought, just pacing behind, unpredictability.
Jazz Matthews taking on Chelsea for the 19th time in her career. She has won 4 of them, hoping to make it 5. An absolutely huge 20 minutes coming up in this WSL season. If it stays like this, Chelsea will be looking to Arsenal to do them a huge favour against Manchester City. Chelsea, you remember, still have to travel to Tottenham and Manchester United. She needs her players to turn this around.
Chelsea are just struggling to figure out what to do here. Liverpool shape is brilliant. Everyone's in position. They're pressing really well. Chelsea haven't quite found the solution to play out of Liverpool's press just yet. If you just keep your eye on Leanne Kiernan, who's come in, she's clearly knowing her role in between Natalie Bjorn and Niamh Charles.
Leanne Kiernan at the other end of her adventure in football to Enderby. He's only just getting started. Turned 35 on Saturday, Leanne Kiernan. What a career. Perisset. Forward by Carter. Good looking ball that. Charles heads in field. Gets it back from Wrighton. Macario. Charles. Cuthbert going in. Another great header away. Perisset gets it back from Hermano. Promising this for Chelsea. But look at those Liverpool players throwing themselves at the ball time and again.
It's going to be a long 15 minutes because we expect Chelsea to throw everything at Liverpool. Got to be really disciplined now, Liverpool.
Cuthbert, Hermano, Perisset, Hermano. That's not a problem for Hannah Hampton. Or should I say for Tegan Micah. Straight onto the roof of the net.
The referee just having a little word with Tegan Micah here. Liverpool use every single opportunity they've got just to take that enthusiasm out of Chelsea. Just looking at those Chelsea players, they've got to dig really deep now, really, really deep.
Impressive stat there. Most accurate long balls in the game. Helps when you've got Sophie Roman Haug up there winning them all. Chelsea just one away defeat in the league all season. Holland. Chelsea get it away. Perisset straight to Fisk. Now Ingle. Never a game called for her cool head. It's this one. Charles. Great pressing from Liverpool. They really have defended from the front here. Made life incredibly difficult for Chelsea.
Much to the satisfaction of their manager, Matt Beard, on the touchline in his dugout. Applauding every single contact that his players get on the ball. Their shape has been superb, the discipline's been excellent. Can they hold on?
Kiernan trying to get away from Carter. She did the first bit brilliantly and wins the free kick.
That's what she brings. Exactly what Enderby was bringing for the first 70 minutes. She's got quality. She causes problems. She presses. Really neat, tidy feet here. Just the contact from Hermano forces her off balance a little bit. And this is another opportunity for Herbinger to get her foot around that dead ball. Not much of an angle on the ball. Be interesting to see if she takes a little bit of the speed off it when she strikes it.
Floated in by Herbinger. But again, making the first contact. Charles. Ingle. Beautiful ball for Hermano. Oh, really well seen by Matthews. But here's Cuthbert. Comes out to Sophie Ingle. And headed virtually off the line. What a scramble. And eventually behind for a corner.
When that ball dropped to Sophie Ingle, I was thinking about that strike against Manchester City a couple of seasons ago where she struck it with her left foot on the half volley. Chelsea just couldn't get the ball over the line on this second phase. The ball didn't quite drop right for Sophie Ingle. A clever header by Aggie Beever-Jones.
Macario's corner. Charles in a good position, but difficult ball to control.
Another ball in, good ball in for Macario. She's leaning back. She's never really going to get any direction on the header when you're moving backwards like that. Off balance.
More WSL for you on Saturday. Everton hosting Tottenham, 5 to noon, Sky Sports Premier League. And then Chelsea in action again at Kings Meadow. Emma Hayes' final home game, Sunday from 6, Sky Sports Football. Hermano for Chelsea. She got it on target, but straight at Micah.
It's a brilliant header from Macario. Good first touch from Hermano. Not much angle on the strike. Safe hands from Tegan Micah.
That certainly wasn't what Matthews had in mind with that back pass. See Micah to scramble. Carter. Bjorn. Charles to Wrighton. Macario. Ball for Cuthbert, but she wins it back. That was risky from Liverpool. Wrighton looking for Charles. A chance for Beever-Jones, and she hammers it home! Her second of the game, a glorious strike to make it 2-2. The title race very much back on here with just over 10 minutes left.
What a finish from Aggie Beever-Jones. It comes from the ball being given away in the midfield. Guru Wrighton finding the pass, a lovely little slip pass into the space. I have no idea what Tegan Micah is doing there. No conviction, she doesn't come out for the ball. I think she realises she's not going to get it. The cut back from Niamh Charles and then the finish from Aggie Beever-Jones. What a finish from Chelsea's saviour.
Well, Chelsea have 10 minutes to find a winner and close that gap to 3 points. Liverpool coming forward, and that's a fabulous pass to try and find Kieran! Oh, would you believe it? A sensational response from Liverpool. A minute after the Chelsea equaliser. No wonder Emma Hayes is shaking her head. And the celebrations continue in the blue half of Manchester. Disbelief.
You literally could not write it. Leanne Kiernan, she's come on with so much enthusiasm, but this is all about Kerry Holland. Just look at the turn away, and then this pass is sensational into the space behind Natalie Bjorn, and then the finish. She just calmly slots it underneath Hannah Hampton, and she runs away. What a response from Liverpool, what a goal. But that pass from Kerry Holland, exquisite.
Well, who doesn't love a late birthday gift? 4 days after turning 35, she helps herself to a goal exactly a minute after Aggie Beever-Jones had equalised for Chelsea. Literally disbelief etched all over the face of Emma Hayes. Is the title slipping away here at Prenton Park? Fabulous goal from Liverpool. So the change again from Matt Beard. bringing on Missy Kearns, who's Liverpool through and through. Placing Kerry Holland. Wow, wow, wow. This game just delivers time and again. What a phenomenal contest it's been. Hermano for Chelsea. Oh, Erin Cuthbert. Found by Perisset. That's brilliant from Cuthbert. Macario! Oh, it's in! It's 3-3! Well, the champions do not know when they're beaten, do they? It found its way in, and it's game on again. What a match this is!
There is another goal in this, I'm telling you, but this pass from Perisset into the path of Cuthbert. Cuthbert does so well, the composure to cut it back. I have no idea how that's gone in, but Chelsea do not care one little bit. They are pushing for this title hard. It comes off the keeper, I think, Tegan Micah. Yeah, it comes back off her into her own net. You literally couldn't write it. What a game we have on our hands.
Jana Daniels off her own goalkeeper and into the net for an OG. Second own goal of the game. Now 7 minutes left. Is there a winner in this game? In goal. Oh, offside, Beaver Jones, who's on a hat-trick, remember.
Yeah, Beaver Jones just drifting offside. Just gives Liverpool a chance to reassess the situation. Do they go for it? Do they hold on? Either way, Chelsea have to go for it. There's a title on the line.
Chelsea managers past and present enthralled at the action along with the rest of us. Manchester City fans at home on the edge of their seats, no doubt. Bjorn to Perisset. Chelsea went 1-0 up inside 9 minutes. They were thinking about goal difference. Right now, all they're thinking about is getting the 3 points they desperately need. Against the Liverpool side, who have been so spirited. Wonderful performance from the Reds. Forward it goes by Bjorn. Back by Clark.
Tegan Micah just getting them up. He's going to look to land this as far up as possible onto the header, Roman Haug. Inevitably. There we go.
She just wins so many. Brilliantly stolen back by Ingle. That was superb. Now Macario. Trying to find Hermano. Well away by Matthews, but Cuthbert spreads it wide for Charles. Right in. Leathered away in an unpretentious fashion by Gemma Bonner.
They're looking for that cutback, Chelsea. You can see as soon as Wrighton's come on the pitch, she's got that craft in her locker to cut the ball back, and Macario, instead of gambling, she's holding off that Liverpool defence and looking for the ball to drop. Exactly where that goal came from, that third goal for Chelsea. What have they got here?
Well, set plays have been so important in this game. Here's another one to be taken by the American Macario. Charles popping up on this right-hand side and winning the corner, which I think is exactly what she wanted, off Matthews. Macario's corner. But there, comes to Charles to put it straight back in. Again, very well defended by Liverpool. Carter. This is where Emma Hayes is looking to her big players to find that big moment. But Liverpool coming forward as well with Kiernan. 3 red jerseys in the middle. Roman Haug is one of them. They knew she was going to win it. Missy Bow-Kearns was hoping to profit from it. Chelsea get it away. Oh, she managed to keep her feet just. Beaver-Jones gets it back from Hermano. Which way is she going to go? Laid off for Cuthbert. Perisset. Oh, what a good ball that was. Just about scrambled away by Liverpool, and they get the free kick.
What a ball that is from Perisset, but that is so clever from Herbinger on that second phase. Look at this ball into the space, Perisset. We know exactly what she can do, and it's brave defending from Jenna Clark. Clears the ball, and then Herbinger just feels the contact. She goes down, the referee sees it. It just buys Liverpool a little bit of time.
Well, don't be fooled by that clock, Izzy, because we believe there's going to be 9 minutes of stoppage time here.
Got to be another goal in this somewhere. Can Chelsea find it? Can Liverpool find it?
Knocked up in the air by Perisset. Yellow card here for that challenge by Bonner. Referee played advantage. Going to have the very difficult job of trying to name a player of the match at some point. Izzy, good luck with that.
Still a long way to go yet.
So 30 seconds left, and then it looks like 9 minutes of stoppage time at the moment. Perisset. Foul by Matthews. Bjorn. Perisset. Oh, Beaver-Jones looking to get him round the back here, and terrific goalkeeping from Tegan Micah.
Yeah, she timed that one correctly. Tegan Micah, she just reads it in behind, but Aggie Beaver-Jones has been relentless all evening. It's a great run in behind.
I think both managers were expecting a little bit more than 9 because of the injuries we've had in this game. But 9 it is, a minimum of. Are we to get a grandstand finish? Certainly Chelsea did not come here for a draw. Kiernan up against Carter. Missy Bow-Kearns wants it. It's a corner.
Here we go. Here we go. Liverpool have been so dangerous on set pieces all evening.
2 goals in their first 3 corners tells its own story. This is their 4th. They're taken by Herbinger, who's been absolutely brilliant from these set plays, not just tonight, but all season. Everyone back for the Blues in a very crowded penalty area. Herbinger drills that. Oh, there it is! Absolutely unbelievable! 4-3 Liverpool, and the title could be slipping away from Chelsea and Emma Hayes. They could well be ending this season trophyless because they've conceded 3 goals from corners in this incredible game.
I told you there was another goal, and there has been, and it's Gemma Bonner this time. She makes it certain, she just stands still, but it's all in the delivery. It's fizzed in with pace, low and high. Charles and Ingle both missed the ball. What a header back across goal. Glances past Hannah Hampton, and you literally could not write it. How many times have I said that tonight? You could not write it.
Gemma Bonner on her 150th appearance for Liverpool, wearing the armband with pride, scores against her former club to possibly deny Chelsea the title.
Not even sure how much she knew about it. She saw the ball so late, but she's just guided it past Hannah Hampton. Have Chelsea got one in them now?
Well, is this the price of success, going deep into 4 competitions? The injuries taking their toll as well for Chelsea. They've got a free kick here. They need 2 goals in the 6 minutes that remain. It's too much for Emma Hayes. Whatever we expected here tonight, Izzy, it wasn't this.
Certainly not. We know what Liverpool are capable of, but I just thought Chelsea are just so strong. But there might be a finale on still in this game.
It's been a night of set play goals. Chelsea have one here in the 4th minute of stoppage time. To be taken by Macario again. Keeper's come, it's Cuthbert. Well, she had a clear sight of goal, blocked by Missy Kearns. Cuthbert goes over, Kearns is striding forward, Kinnan ahead of her, and Ingle ensures she wouldn't go any further.
She did really well there, Missy Kearns, but I think it was one attempted nutmeg too many.
Wrighton. Charles with the nudge, but nothing more. Perisset. Cuthbert ricochets back to her. Bjorn. Chelsea desperate for some inspiration. Hermano. Jess Carter. Missy Kearns, lovely control and a nutmeg as well on Carter.
That was brilliant.
And then going for goal from the halfway line.
Yeah, she's in the mood. On that occasion, it was the perfect amount of nutmegs.
Perisset. Romano, Beaver Jones. Perisset. Bjorn. Kinnan back on after a bit of treatment. Wrighton looking for Niamh Charles. Macario! A whisker away. Beaver Jones very close to getting on the end of that.
That was the one. The cutback, Macario just hanging out like we said earlier, and she just looks to guide it. I'm not sure whether that's an attempt just to flick it on into an area, but it's so close. Hermano's so close to getting a touch on that as well. 3 minutes left for Chelsea.
Yeah, Beaver Jones on the edge of the box and Hermano attacking the eventual cross shot. Free kick to Chelsea, but time is not on their side. 4 goals conceded by Chelsea. How often does that happen? Wrighton.
Especially after scoring first as well.
Yeah.
Saw the stats at the start of the game. When Chelsea score first, they very rarely go on to lose.
Or even draw. Hermano. Perisset. Macario's in there. Beaver Jones! What a phenomenal start from Micah. She was that close to a stunning hat-trick.
Wow. Wow, wow, again, look at this bit. Aggie Beever-Jones couldn't have caught it any better. The reflexes from Tegan Micah were out of this world.
Chelsea not hanging around. Charles Wrighton was there, taken off her head. We've played over 7 minutes of stoppage time. Cuthbert to take the throw. Headed away by Gemma Bonner. Carter. Niamh Charles. Just walloped anywhere. Ungainly, but behind it goes for a corner.
Oh dear. This is surely the last opportunity for Chelsea. A really cheap corner conceded by Liverpool. Jana Daniels. And this must be the last chance. Hampton's gone up. Macaria's going to look to swing it in. Salvage a point for Chelsea if they can.
1 point will be better than none for Chelsea, that's for sure. And just when they needed a pinpoint delivery from Macario, it sails behind.
That must be time, surely. Tegan Micah taking her time, shifting the team over to the other side.
We are in the 100th minute of an astonishing game. Liverpool fans screaming for the final whistle. Perisset for Chelsea. Bjorn. Macario flicks on. Away it goes by Bonner. What a game she's had. Perhaps crowned by the winner. Long from Hampton. Wouldn't fall for Beever-Jones. Hampton will come again. Stretch from Matthews. And there's the full-time whistle! Advantage Manchester City! A stunning defeat here for Chelsea. Liverpool beating Chelsea here at Prenton Park for the second consecutive season. Would you believe what you've seen here? An astonishing performance from Liverpool. The winning goal in the end coming from Gemma Bonner, the Liverpool captain, the former Chelsea player who played under Gemma Hayes for 6 months at Chelsea. On a 150th appearance for Liverpool, that goal could well have finished Chelsea's title chances. They now need a huge favour from Arsenal when Manchester City host the Gunners next, and they need to win all their remaining games. She said it was a small chance. It's just got smaller, Izzy.
What a game. There's plenty more twists and turns in this title race. But it is, as you say, Gary, advantage Manchester City. They, of course, play Arsenal on Sunday, which is a huge game for them. But this performance tonight from Liverpool, exceptional, resilient, quality. Set pieces were absolutely superb. Just look at that title, look at that table.
Well, unforgettable in every sense. It has finished at Prenton Park. Liverpool 4, Chelsea 3. Can you believe it?
Unbelievable, Gary. You're right. Izzy, what a shift from you two. Safe home, you'll be bouncing off that one. Courtney, do you have words? Do you have words?
No, unbelievable. I think I said when Liverpool were 2-1 up, it would be a test of their character. I think it had finished 4-3. certainly not. But what unbelievable mentality for them. And I think Izzy said it right. There's still some twists and turns left in this title race, and for the neutral, it's been incredible, and it still will be until the last day of the season.
Karen, you know, right to give the plaudits there to Liverpool, but for Chelsea, you just felt when they got it back to 2-2, they were going to come back and win this one.
Yeah, and again, credit to Liverpool for getting that immediate. I think it was in 1 minute they went back in front, and that was a massive sucker punch to Chelsea. But
is that done now?
I was just about to say I think it's City's title now. I think I don't. It'd be a big ask for the group. I know Arsenal have a massive part to play in this, obviously with the game on a weekend. But I just think City's now. I think defensively City is strong, and I think over the course of the season they've been a better team, and I think it's down to them now.
Yeah, history would tell you no team's lost 3 and gone on to win the title. It's not just that. It's now got the +8 goal difference as well. I mean, there were times in that first half they didn't look like they were going to score 2, let alone the 3 that they got in the end then. But agree, done?
I think so. I think it's such a tough ask with the goal difference has played such a big part in it. I've said it all season with the games that I've covered that it would be so important, and it's just showing now. And I agree with Kaz in terms of City for me. Yes, maybe look a little bit blunter without Bunny Shaw in attack, but defensively they look so solid, and I just can't see them giving it away from here.
That shot we saw of Emma Hayes then, I mean, there was some pretty fruity language coming out after each of those goals conceded. What more could she have asked from her team tonight?
Look, I think after the first goal, could you have asked them to maybe push on and not let Liverpool sort of bring the game to you in the second period of that first half? Yes, but I think we understand the context again of everything that's happened, what they've lost, and in terms of how that affects you psychologically, and then physically you could tell they were out on their feet at times, but found that mentality as champions do and winners do to battle. But in the end it just wasn't enough. And I think we're speaking about Chelsea and in terms of the issues that they've had, but again you've got to give credit to Liverpool. Did I see them being able to come back like that? Probably not. And I think it's a massive step in the right direction again for Liverpool and Matt Beard's team.
Again, you're right to praise them, but clearly all eyes are going to be on Chelsea tonight. You know, that playing against Barcelona with 10, having to be taken all the way, emotionally what that would have taken out of them then, was that felt tonight?
Yeah, I mean, like I said at the start, I thought Liverpool go at them, really have a good go at them, and they absolutely did. But the thing I'm thinking in my head right now is, knowing that Emma Hayes is going to leave, I wonder how much of a bigger factor that has had over the course of the season.
Have you seen that?
I just feel it's been not like them. I know they've had the injuries and stuff, but I can't. The same with Liverpool men. I'm looking at it, there has to be something in there, whether you're a player in there, and they'll probably all say it hasn't affected, but your manager's leaving at the end of the season, has announced it, and you've had to carry on. And it feels like the group, I don't know, it just feels very weird. And I don't think that's a connected group.
I think you look at these reactions as well. I think this says a lot about what the players feel about this result and how it's going to obviously affect the rest of their season. And I know Niamh well, so it's horrible to see her like that, and obviously back at a club that she played at. But I think this reaction tells you all you need to know about where they think that the title race is now.
Not just that, but we said they needed to find belief tonight. They needed to find, if they didn't have it in their legs, they needed to find it in their hearts. And what this result, yes, they've got 3 more to come, but what this result will do in taking out those next 3.
Yeah, I think it's difficult because I think they'll feel that now that's it, that's foregone. The thing that they had left to fight for has potentially disappeared. And we did see the fight to an extent, obviously a bit of the comeback. But again, you've got to give Liverpool credit. They dusted themselves down and got the goals back. And I think it's psychological at this moment now more than anything how difficult it is in the space of 3-4 weeks to go from being in the hunt for 4 trophies and potentially coming away with absolutely nothing.
Got to reiterate again, Manchester City have to play Arsenal. They've got to play Aston Villa as well, neither of which will be easy fixtures. But love for Liverpool tonight, Karen. You know, Chelsea don't concede from corners. They did tonight. All these things that tactically Matt Beard got right.
He is a brilliant manager. We were speaking earlier, weren't you? You've got a manager in Matt Beard that's been for everything. He's won 2 titles with the WSL. He's been a manager abroad. He's gone through difficult moments with teams as well. He can sign a player and see a spot a player, make them better, make a group better. and put a game plan together. But I thought when they just were more front-footed, and I know it was won by set pieces in fact, but you still have to get up there, you still have to get further up the pitch. They took it to Chelsea, and I think this is a massive step forward for them. You know, next season he's probably now going to the book going, look, we could finish 4th, who can I go and get? And that progression, now he'll be thinking, telling the book, 1 or 2 seasons, we want to be up there winning the title.
Yeah, you're right. Liverpool tied with Manchester United in 4th at the moment. They've got to play Manchester United as well. And we heard from Matt Beard before this one just how much that would mean. Liverpool have beaten Chelsea 4-3. It was 1-0 to Chelsea at half-time. They didn't have a shot, did they, Chelsea, between the 20th and 60th something minute, and yet all those goals coming in the end. And what a difference that could make to the title. Plenty more reaction to come. We'll hear from the managers and player of the match too. Oh, and breathe, everyone. Here's what's coming up across Sky Sports. Bit of tennis, rather more sedate affair, probably not. That's on Sky Sports Tennis now. And follow the naive but lovable dog Reggie and his canine pals. That stars Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx in Strays on Sky Cinema now. Oh, sometimes you don't need words. Emotion, heart, and that feeling that football gets you. It's done it again.
Herbinger drills that. Oh, there it is! Absolutely unbelievable! 4-3 Liverpool, and the title could be slipping away from Chelsea and Emma Hayes.
Sometimes football just delivers football. Liverpool 4, Chelsea 3. Chelsea slip further behind in this title race, and Liverpool incredibly come on to beat the defending champions. And we saw the reaction at the end then from Gemma Bonner, and she joins us live now. Gemma, what people won't have seen is there was a lovely reaction just on the screen now of you almost in tears at the end of this one. The smile on your face as we join you live now just paints a different story. What an incredible night.
Yeah, I mean, I think coming into the game, we knew it was an opportunity for us, and Chelsea are an unbelievable side, but I think we've shown we've got the belief within the group. It was an exciting game, obviously. Very end-to-end, not very much control from our side, but for us to go out and do the performance, our fans were brilliant behind us, and we knew that if we got the chances that we could finish them, and absolutely desired to get the win, and special night.
What a half-time cup of tea. You say a special night, you're 150th in Liverpool colours. With that captain's armband on, that crest on your chest, what does this club mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously growing up being a Liverpool fan, obviously having the first spell at the club and being successful, and then coming back, I've wanted to try and push myself and get the club back to where we want to be. Being at a club like Liverpool, you're expected to be winning, and I just try and be the best I can and drive the standards. And yeah, we're not there yet, but it shows tonight we can put on performances like that, and it's just now getting that on a consistent basis to make sure we're challenging the top 3.
Gemma, it's Courts, congratulations on the win on the 150. First of all, the first goal, are you claiming that one?
Of course.
Good girl. And secondly, in terms of, I said it 2-1, this will be a real test of Liverpool's character to see how far you've come. Obviously didn't quite expect it to finish 4-3, but where did you find that mentality, that willingness and that belief to believe that you could obviously go and beat Chelsea tonight?
Yeah, I think we didn't really have much control. It was kind of in spells, but I also think we knew that we could expose them on the transition, and we've always got the pace up top. I thought Mia did brilliant, and Leanne Kiernan when she came on working off Sophie, so we know that we could exploit them on the transition moments, and going forward we're exciting and we can hurt any teams. We spoke a bit about at half-time being more aggressive and maybe putting them on the back foot a bit more, and I think we got a lot of joy from that. And there probably could have been a few more goals at either end, but for us, we kept fighting back. Obviously, we were aware of what happened when we went behind against City and Chelsea before, so we were making sure that didn't happen again. So yeah, the girls deserve huge character, and we go on to Sunday now.
Gemma, 3 goals from set pieces. Been working on it?
Yeah, I mean, we know we've got quality delivery, whether it's Marie taking them or Bo. I think with the height that we've got within the team, we know it's a huge strength of ours. And yeah, to be honest, I'm not going to lie, I didn't know where that ball was going on the last one when she put the signal up, and I just tried to put myself in a position to get on the end of it. So yeah, fantastic ball in, and we know it's a huge strength of ours, and luckily tonight we scored a few from them.
And just finally, on your manager, Matt Beard, you obviously have a special bond with him. Like, what's it like between you two, and how much does he mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously what you see is what you get from Matt. I think he's built a squad over the past few seasons, and he knows we first of all makes sure that we're hard to beat. So we know that we'll come in, and everyone probably looks from the outside and thinks we've overperformed from the group that we've got, but I think that's the belief that he instills within us, and we can go on and capable of putting on performances like that.
You said about Sunday, just a small match against Manchester United in this tussle for 4th. That belief you talk about, is there any doubt in your mind that you beat them and go and take that 4th?
Yeah, I mean, for me, we want to win every single game that we go into. Obviously, we're coming off the back of a great result tonight, but it's important that the game's so soon that we recover well. And obviously, we're on a run, we're confident, and we're back at home as well, so we have to use that to our advantage. But, Man U are obviously a tough side. They've got the FA Cup final as well, so for us, we know it's going to be a challenging game. Any Liverpool-Man United fixture is always an exciting one, and we have to make sure that we prepare well, recover well firstly from tonight, and then we go again.
Well, you'll have to recover from lifting that heavy trophy. Congratulations, you are our player of the match.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done, Gemma. Congratulations on tonight as well. 150 up for Gemma Bonner, and what a way to bring that 150 up. There'll be, I guess, no sentiment from her against her former side, but you could see what it meant at the end.
Yeah, and obviously, it's a second incarnation at Liverpool as well, so it obviously means a lot to her, and she spoke about that relationship with Matt Beard, but look,
what a shot that is, by the way, with Emma Hayes in the background.
But look, she's an honest player, and as me and Kaz get lucky enough to play and know a lot of these players very well, and she's a good person as well, so she gives everything on the pitch, and to come out with 1, maybe 2 goals tonight. We'll see what the dubious goal panel says. But no, I think she typifies what Liverpool are at the minute. And you think about, where Bonner is and players that have just come into the squad, like young Mia Enderby. So they've got that, they've got that experience, they've got the youth, and that's what Matt Beard is certainly building. They've got talent, they've got, the likes of Missy Beaucairns that's come out of the academy. So they've got a little bit of everything. And I think, again, with a little bit of adding in the summer, next season is a big season from there. It can be a force to be reckoned with again.
When we were chatting at half-time, Karen, you talked about how Liverpool built into, I know, seems like 7 years ago, but you talked about how Liverpool built into the end of that second half and annoying Chelsea, and that's exactly what they came out and did. The 1-0 down at half-time, then Roman Hull to come out and get that equaliser.
Yeah, I mean, look, like Gemma Bonner said there, you're playing a team that's played with 10 players, a fatigue, they're coming up, exploit it, and I think you mentioned it, Courtney, set pieces are about concentration. I think to concede 3 from a Chelsea's perspective when you've only conceded 2 all season, it's a lack of concentration attacking the ball. But I tell you who was concentrated and who attacked it was Liverpool, and they massively exploited it. It's a great ball into an area, and look, to just get onto it, it's not like they've moved and jumped around, but first contact, up you go. No one goes and attacks it from a Chelsea's point of view, but absolutely how will from a Liverpool's perspective. So it was a brilliant finish.
This is the own goal that Gemma Bonner's going to be dubious about.
Yeah, but I think, look, again, it's, Bonner jumps with to make sure that potentially gets in Erin's eye line. So the thing about me for corners is, first and foremost, Kaz is right, when you're defending, for me, it's all about concentration, your willingness to go and collect with the ball, and we've spoken about the fatigue. This one, it's just about the delivery as well, being in a really good area, causing chaos. It doesn't matter who it comes off as long as it goes in the back of the net.
We saw Aggie Beaver-Jones equalise, and then this from Kiernan. Someone was off in the toilet didn't get to see this first time round. But this was just a minute after, Karen.
I mean, it's unbelievable turn and an unbelievable ball. And then the finish is brilliant as well. Just there, turns Erin Cuthbert, and then just the thread of the pass as well. It totally exploits. I mean, it's really poor defending from Chelsea. Hampton could come out a little bit earlier, but take nothing away from Kiernan. It's an absolute brilliant finish, and the pass as well was exquisite from Holland. So all round, what a goal from Liverpool. And you've seen that throughout the season. They do play some really good attacking, front-footed football.
It was a Micah own goal, made it 3-3, and this then from Bonner to make it 4-3.
Yeah, no doubt about this one, and the cherry on the cake. And again, it's a good outswinging delivery. It's met at the right time. Bonner rises high, and this is the thing with corners, that it's not always a massively difficult thing, set pieces. We know that people bring set piece coaches in, there's lots of different movements, but for me, these set pieces, just really good deliveries on the money that are attacked extremely well. And
you say it again, just twice this season that Chelsea had conceded from corners before this one.
Yeah, and we said about the concentration. I think that's massive, and it's not necessarily letting their eye off the ball because they can't be bothered. I just think the ultimate fatigue factor, we mentioned it, the psychology of everything that's been lost, that's been won, that's been gained, and everything else in between. The fact that it's a short turnaround, you've potentially not got as much time on the training field to go and do your set pieces. Me and Kaz will probably tell you as well, the last thing that players want to be doing is set piece at the end of the sessions. Every player hates it. Then you've got to go and travel all the way up to Liverpool. So it's all converged in the wrong place, I think, for Chelsea tonight.
I was just thinking as well, we're mentioning about the set pieces, but actually giving them away. And I think, again, that's credit to Liverpool for putting them in areas, but I also think there's been some really poor decisions from Chelsea to allow those set pieces to happen. And you put yourself under pressure, and I wonder throughout the season that hasn't happened. They've defended properly and played out properly. I think if you concede 4 goals, you don't deserve to win. And I still think in my head, the title's done, it's over to City now.
Yeah, we'll talk more about Chelsea and what happens next in just a minute. Just finally on Liverpool, substitutions he made, they've been able to bring strength on. He's got this right blend. Matt Beard players, I don't know how you describe a Matt Beard player, but they've all got that desire.
Yeah, well, that's the word. First of all, they've got to have the desire, got to have the work ethic, but I think we said it earlier, mentioning in terms of that strength and depth, yes, Liverpool haven't got the strength and depth that Chelsea have. But in terms of when you look at the substitutions and the like for likes, you're bringing an equal player on. So it's not like you may be bringing a less experienced player on or someone from the academy. For like Mia Enderby and Leanne Kiernan, for example, very similar players, a lot of pace. Obviously, Leanne Kiernan's got a lot more experience than Mia. But again, bringing Jazz Matthews on, she's got so much WSL experience. So the fact that they can do that now, and as I mentioned, and if you add again in the summer, it's not a bad time to be a Liverpool player.
Yeah, not a bad time to be a fan of the WSL either. Right, the title rocked. Where do Chelsea go from here? We'll hear from both managers next. And then there were 3 games left for Chelsea to save their season. No team has ever lost 3 matches and gone on to win the WSL. Aggie Beaver-Jones and Emma Hayes have been chatting to Jules.
Emma, Aggie, that was a contest. It was such an absorbing game for the neutral, but overall emotions straight away after the match. First of all, Emma, how are you feeling?
Well, I'm gutted for this one. She should have got a hat-trick tonight, and this is going to be the future of Chelsea, so I'm very proud of her for that. And I'm not going to be harsh on the players. For years they've delivered a lot of success for this football club and for me, and I know they want to win a title. But me being me, you can't concede 3 set-piece goals, 4 goals in a half, and expect to win a game of football, and that's why we're on the losing end today. But I'm going to be kind to my players and everything they've done. I don't want them to be too harsh on themselves.
Are you going to be kind to yourself as well?
Listen, I've got a lifetime of that. I've had amazing memories at this football club, and we've won a lot of things, and I'd love to bring titles again to Chelsea, but that's not going to be this year, I'm afraid. And I think my job now is to prepare the team for the last few games to continue to compete and enjoy.
I know observers would look and think, well, there's still. You talked about being a slim chance.
Yeah.
It's even smaller now, but there's still an opportunity. But listening to you, it's like you're conceding it's done, it's over?
We will never give up, but the title is far from, us. It's not in our hands. I think City, deserving their consistency, has put them in that position. And of course we will go to the end, but I don't think the title will be heading to us this year.
Aggie, it has been a tough few months for Chelsea. The demands on you, the injuries that you've had, and the setbacks as a team. You yourself tonight, like Emma said, you could have had a hat-trick, you could have shone. It could have been your night.
Yeah, but it wasn't, and that's the frustrating thing. And I think we want to win, and we didn't tonight. But yeah, like Emma said, we're Chelsea, and we've been in 4 competitions this year, and I think no other team's doing that. So yeah, it wasn't our way tonight.
How much did you want to win? And there still is a chance, albeit slim, to win a title, but how much did you want to do it for this person standing next to you?
Well, I mean, it's Emma Hayes. Emma's been a legend at Chelsea for as long as I was an 8-year-old in the academy. But yeah, it's just obviously frustrating, but
listen, this is what you win in life, right? When you're me and you come to Chelsea and you dream of developing your own players at your own academy that you can look back fondly. Aggie Beever-Jones, don't forget that name. She's going to be a legend, not just in Chelsea's future, but England. She's going to be a top player, and for me, that's as good as a trophy.
I'm going to ask you about that because you must be close to knocking on that door for a senior call-up.
Sure. She should totally be in that squad, and if she keeps doing what she's doing, she'll get there.
I know you want to enjoy it, and I know you've got a long journey back home, back down south. Aggie, can you enjoy it?
Enjoy what, sorry?
The remainder of this season.
Yeah, I mean, like Emma said, we'll give everything for 3 games, and that's all we can do.
Go well for those remaining 3 games. Thank you for your time.
Cheers, thanks. Thank you.
What do you make of that interview?
Weird.
In what way?
I don't know, it just felt, again, weird, like, kind of, you've got games left. You know, Arsenal still play City, but you've told the whole world it's over, which is not like her usually. And then to kind of, I don't know, I find that quite weird.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I think we're normally used to seeing Emma so defiant.
And just the manager in that moment.
Yeah, and I think, it's interesting the way that they sort of embraced just as they were coming out of shot, and it's almost like Emma needed Aggie at that moment. It's definitely a peculiar one, and we've said about the psychology and how it must be affecting them all, and I think...
Does that deflect from the result and the fact that they've probably lost that title?
Well, we haven't answered one question about the title, and we've learnt more about Aggie. Well, we've spoken about Aggie throughout the season, and we know Aggie's a top player, and for whatever reason we've ended that on a positive note, which is fine, but ultimately Chelsea what we've been told there is they've lost the title.
But haven't we seen that? The poem that we saw as a deflecting technique. We've had in these somewhat odd post-match or pre-match press conferences, interviews. Would you have expected that?
It's in terms of the announcement and, whether it had to be made and people had found out and they wanted to do it on their terms is a different conversation.
Stand up and do you own that moment
and you
tonight?
look at it and even there, Juliet, rightly so, is asking, to Aggie, did you want to do that for Emma? And that's been a consistent line of questioning throughout the season for these players. So it's not that they've dropped the ball per se, but it'd be interesting to see in 6 months, 12 months, whether they actually feel in hindsight, whether that's been more of a distraction than it should have been for them.
We've talked about previously what's got Chelsea over the edge when they haven't necessarily been playing well has been this united dressing room, has been that Chelsea together. She talked about it there, about the Chelsea badge and this club. Do you feel that now?
Like I said, I think this is, even though I have to agree with her, I do think it's City's, but I do think that, of course, they've had 4 titles and they've had injuries, but you're right. I've always felt across all the rest of the seasons there's been something in it, and I've always felt Chelsea could. I didn't feel that today. And whether it's fatigue or not, I always feel like Chelsea could find a way. I didn't feel it today, and I have to agree. I have to think there's something in the psychology of Jurgen Klopp and Emma Hayes that there's a lot of synergies. Both were in it for 4, both announced earlier they were leaving. There is some subconscious in there that they're not going to be there. And it is unsettling. Like you said, it might not come out now, but I don't think you can ignore the elephant in the room. That there's too many things that are uncharacteristic. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't
That's
feel
Emma
like.
Hayes, isn't it? Like, or is that an excuse we often say? Oh, it's Emma Hayes. She does things differently.
Look, I don't know. It just does. It feels different. I can't put a specific thing on it. It just doesn't, and I'll probably articulating it correctly, and I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is.
As well, for example, you know, the women's game differs still from the men to a degree in terms of Emma's probably having a big say or making those signings. Players go to clubs for managers. So then when your manager announces near on at the start of the season that they're leaving, how does it affect those players? The players that are out of contract, are they thinking, well, I felt safer with Emma and now I don't know where my safety is? And again, it's not that, you know, they're throwing the towel in, but these are all the things that you have to deal with as a footballer. And if you're unsettled, then that then manifests itself on the pitch, which I do think we've seen, along with the injuries that have obviously been a massive issue we can't shy away from.
Did she have a choice, though, if you think that the news about the job might have come out from it did, from the US end rather than here?
Yeah, and look, that is one of the issues, and I think I alluded to that, and it's probably the same thing with Klopp. I think he wanted to sort of get on the front foot before everyone else, but whether it was coming out or not, I don't think we can probably get away from the fact that it has affected this squad in some way.
Sometimes when you verbalise, you know, your internal voice comes out, as it seemed to then, felt like she's saying, right, that's it, done. Now, you could argue, well, we're all sat here thinking Manchester City anyway, so if she doesn't say that, she's daft, because that's how it looks. But looking at the title race, City have still got to play Arsenal. That's not a given.
Who they didn't beat in the reverse fixture, by the way.
It isn't a given, no, and Arsenal have a lot to play into it. But, you know, like throughout the season, I just think City have been so good. They have been the consistent. The Alex Greenwood has been, Hemp's been phenomenal. Like, collectively, there's, you know, that feeling again. It just, you know, and Arsenal are going to make it very, very difficult. But that's a test for City. But I just think, I don't know, there's just a defeatist side to Chelsea already. And like that for me just says here goes City, and I think they just got to grab it now, City.
What would you have wanted to have heard from the coach? Is what she's saying there, is that a reflection, do you think, of what the players let it go?
Potentially, and again, it's how they feel, what they've been through the last 3 or 4 weeks. You know, for me, and I don't know what she goes and says in the change rooms, because she might go in the change rooms and go, girls, right, pull yourself together. I've taken the pressure off you. Don't listen to what I've said outwardly. Trust me, we are still in this. She might go and say that.
She's never done that once, though.
Yeah, and I'm trying to play devil's advocate, but I agree.
She doesn't say something outside.
I want my manager to sit there and go, you know what, we've had a bit of a nightmare, I'm disappointed, but regardless, we are fighting till the end. We've had struggles with X, Y and Z, we're out of this competition, we've had injuries, but we are going to put everything to make sure that we go and win the WSL, and we've not had that.
I know what you're saying, I know the devil's advocate, but you're also talking to Man City. In anything you ever do, and one thing that she's always told me is, like, who else is listening? Like, City would have listened to that and gone, cheers, thanks. And
she said that previously. It's about your reflection on the outside.
Well, you have to, like, be also, like, everyone's listening. So, I don't know, it just feels a bit weird. That's all I'm saying. I can't articulate it.
I think I spoke before the game about that air of what they had in terms of being unbeatable. That interview in itself is something that I don't think we've seen before, and players around the league have seen. So they're looking at that thinking, the crown's fallen, we're in here, we've now got a chance, and that's a massive thing.
When we talk about these post-match, pre-match interviews with the press, those words, whether sometimes she feels like she's not been able to express exactly what she meant, do you think those words have affected the team prior to tonight?
Again, I don't think any form of controversy, whatever it might be, whatever anybody says, is not ideal, is it? You always want to just be able to be happy and go and play your football, and then all the noises does cause issues. But yeah, I don't know. I do think her leaving early has been a factor for the team, and I have to say, for someone that has been, you know, not flawless, has been on every matter and everything. We've always gone to Emma Hayes, and has always been, you know, I guess everyone's gone to her from every single topic, and Matt Beard even said it too in his interview. So you can't have a perfect ending sometimes, or a fairy tale ending. So
I think what we normally see from Emma as well, even in those tough moments, she's so composed. And actually, I just think you saw quite a lot of emotion there. Just someone that's sad for leaving the club that they've been at for such a long time. That's been a big part of their life. They've built so greatly, and I suppose obviously it's not the way that she wanted to end, and it doesn't take away from what she's done and what she's built. But you know, as a footballer, as a coach, in the moment, that's all you feel. It's hard to look at what you've done when you're in the moment at the time. And I think, again, in terms of that just being raw emotion, I think we've seen it, and this is where as well the women's game's going, where it is catching up with the men in terms of everything you say post-match, pre-match and everything else in between. It's very much looked at and jumped on, whereas 10 years ago, I mean, we weren't even having pre-match, were we, in post-match 10 years ago? But that's where it is progressing, and again, that's the difference, is that young managers and players coming into the game now have to realise the impacts of what they're saying and how that's broadcast around the world.
You know what was happening 10 years ago? Liverpool were winning a title 10 and a bit years ago. Let's hear from their boss, Matt Beard.
Matt, I don't know about you, but sum up that for the neutral. That was astonishing. It was a contest, it was a battle, and you just didn't give up.
No, but I think I've aged. No, listen, it's, I felt we were comfortable first half. Obviously, the first goal was disappointing. But listen, I thought we were excellent after that, and we just showed a few clips at half-time where we could be a little bit more aggressive on the front foot, because we was forcing them into a lot of turnovers, and we knew they're vulnerable, especially near post area on set plays and on the counter-attack, and that's obviously where where our goals come from, counter-attacks and obviously set plays. So yeah, no, delighted.
It's okay, you've provided a lot of joy for the Liverpool supporters here at Prenton Park tonight. You slowly grew into the game. They were so dominant, Chelsea. Did you allow them to be dominant in the first half?
No, I think they were dominant the first 10 minutes. I thought after that we were comfortable. I thought we forced them into a lot of turnovers. We knew that they'd come at us early. You know, we read or we saw in the week, obviously, the comments from their side about that we're aggressive, we're front foot. So we knew after the month that they've had that they were vulnerable, and if we weathered that first 5-10 minutes, which we nearly did, but then after that I thought we were comfortable.
Just a word on Gemma Bonner. We knew about her 150th appearance for Liverpool, and what a way to finish the night off.
Yeah, I know. I guess it's written in the stars, isn't it, really? This, you know. But no, listen, two great headers. Credit goes to my coaching staff, Scott, Jordan, Potsy and Amber on the set plays. You know, they're responsible for that, so really, really pleased.
And it's very rare that Chelsea concede from set pieces, from corners, and you put that right and caused them damage.
Yeah, we're a big side. It took us a while to get goals from set plays, especially after the year in the Championship. We didn't stop scoring from them. But no, listen, we're a big side, and look, we knew the way they set up in that near post area that it was that we could exploit it.
Did you feel you were just fresher tonight as well?
No, I think they made a lot of changes. I think the quality they had on the bench. We lost a lot of players this week in training. You know, I think I had more in tracksuits than I did on the bench, to be perfectly honest with you. So no, look, it's the way that it is. You know, we've only played one game in 4 weeks, so that can have an adverse effect. But I just felt we were good tonight.
You say you feel you were good. The mood was good, but also you're pushing for that 4th place finish, aren't you? You're just taking that step, and this is a huge step.
Yeah, no, it is. I think we know on our day we can compete. I think take Manchester City out of the equation. I think they're the best team in the WSL, and I think they'll win it. And I said it, you know, months ago that I think they'll win it. But we've made massive strides this year. We've beaten Arsenal away, we've beaten Chelsea at home, we've beaten Manchester United away. So the teams that, you know, that are in that top 3, top 4, we've caused a lot of problems to. And I feel for us, it's consistency and the belief. And I think if you look at the performance level against Man City, we dominated a 20-minute period of that game and then switched off, or we folded for a 10-minute period, and the game was out of reach then. And that's what we spoke about that this week. If we concede, we need to reset. We can't do it. Maybe I need to speak about if we score, we reset and then don't concede. But we showed great character, obviously, to get back in front again.
Just a word on Emma at the end. I know that you and her had a brief exchange. It looked cordial. It looked happy. It looked as if she's done so much, but obviously you realise what this does now for their title challenge. And I just wondered, what words did you have with each other at the end?
No, Emma just said game of set plays. No, look, listen, I've got a massive amount of respect for Emma. She's been a big part of what we see now. She's pushed a lot of boundaries. She's going to be a loss to the WSL. I wish her all the best with her new job. But look, it's a game of football. We need to win. We've got our own ambitions, and that's what it comes down to.
And it was your night.
It was the team's night, yeah.
The team's night, but you can enjoy it as well.
I can now.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
A couple of times when they conceded, it looked like he was chewing a wasp, didn't he? It can go two different ways, whether you have a bit more time, clearly they had than Chelsea, but they just look so well drilled in the Matt Beard mould, don't they?
Yeah, they did, but as Matt said, I think sometimes, when I was playing, I like to do as much as possible. The more I did, the fresher I felt. So, as you say, it can have an adverse effect, but they look fresher. I mentioned it earlier in terms of the subs coming on from the bench. They made an impact, and that's what you always want. And I think, as much as we've spoken about Chelsea, I think we've got to give massive credit to Matt Beard and Liverpool. They're obviously very good on their set pieces. When they actually, after that first 20 minutes, got at Chelsea like we wanted to see, it had the effect that they wanted. And I think you look at Liverpool as a whole, and I know Beardy mentioned it pre-match in terms of, everything, in terms of what Mel Wood has done and the fact that players want to come in early. They want to communicate with each other more, be around each other more, do extras, come in early for breakfast. And that's so important. Obviously, I was the other side of it before the move. And, that environment for me, and I think the girls around, wasn't conducive to do that. So I think it's important that the football club as a whole has invested in Liverpool to get them where they were. And as well, I think, you look at Aston Villa, for example, made great strides and then have gone a bit backwards this season, where you look at the way that Liverpool done it, it's a little bit more consistent, and I think that's what you'd rather. So I think I said it earlier, I think it's a really good time to be part of Liverpool Football Club on the women's side right now.
So it wasn't just Manchester City who were watching that one tonight, but Manchester United watching that 4-3 win for Liverpool, who Liverpool then play next in this race for fourth. Yeah, I know there's no European football on it, but
still a
bragging rights, that's huge.
Still Man United, still Liverpool, it's still... And also it's important, like I said earlier, for Matt Beard, if he can go to the board, and even for Mark Skinner to say, look, we need to keep going in terms of our investments and what the future looks like, that is actually really important. But Man United obviously in that FA Cup final, so maybe their focus will go on to that. But nevertheless, it's exciting, and like we mentioned about Matt Beard, he's an experienced coach, and they will progress with him no matter what. So he put a great game plan, and I was just really pleased, like you said, that they actually had a real good go second half.
Yeah, and it's now some 16 points better off than this time last season. So you can see that growth as well. Well, come Sunday night, things could all be a little bit different, couldn't they? We mentioned Manchester City have got to play Arsenal, and Chelsea will take on Bristol City. Both of those we'll get to, but first the focus is on the Premier League. So much more coming up over the next few days across Sky Sports. Oh, we love a title race. Chelsea, Spurs, Luton, Everton, Manchester City, Wolves, Brighton, Villa and Liverpool, Spurs to come across the next few days. And of course, that final day in the Championship as well to come too. For us then, Everton Spurs 11:55 on Saturday. There's that huge match as well with Manchester United taking on Liverpool. And then we're back with Chelsea. Emma Hayes' final home game against Bristol City. What way will the title twist next? Karen, Courtney, thank you. I asked you, Courtney, if you had words at the end of it, and you just went, pfft. Sometimes you've just got to say, football. Well done.